Yo, what's good? What's good? I'm running a little bit late, man. Hey, man, y'all pardon that. Pardon that. Hey, Jose Guerrero, what's good? The New York Knicks are in the building. What's good? Get that energy up. Felipe 210, what's good? Clutch B-Ball TV. I see you, boss. I see you. Hey, y'all excited about today's game? I'm excited. I'm hyped. Yo, last night the crew on the Knicks at Night podcast were hyping up Kevin Knox and some others that they're excited to see. Man, I'm hyped. I'm hyped, man. Legit. Yo, I ain't need no coffee or nothing. I might get me a little tea for the voice, but I get excited on game day. You know what I'm saying? Hey, good morning, man. Good morning. I see you. King Lion, what's good? Hey, enough respect due, brethren, for sure. For sure. Stephen Fox is in the building. What's good? What's good? Stephen Fox held it down last night. Hey, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. Stephen Fox, how you doing this morning? Foxy, how you doing this morning? After that long late night. I'm hyped, man. I got a little stuff going on. Got a little stuff going on, man. Some stuff I wanna check out. Some stuff I want to check out. You know. Danny Lee is in the building. What's good? What's good? Hey, Stephen Fox, look here. Look here. Foxy, look. Tip of the cap, bro. I wish, yo, life is funny, man. So I'm cruising along like legit in late night and early mornings, right? I'm cruising along in late nights like I can legit do late nights, right? So I do late nights like all these days in a row, and all of a sudden, life throw you a curveball, and it's like, what can you do? You know, you gotta feed the fam. You know what I'm saying? I love the Knicks talk, but I gotta, y'all know how it is. I don't need to get. Oh, MK Band is in the building. What's good? What's good? White Falcon 44. I see you. I know y'all hype. Listen. I know y'all excited about the night. I know y'all excited about the night, man. I know y'all excited about the night. Yo, this ain't even an issue. Here. Let me check real quick, man, to see if I'm in a couple places. I just want to make sure that I'm showing up. You know what I mean? Yo, that's dope. Okay. All right, I'm in one spot. Let me check the other. Just real quick. Sportscaster, come on. Just want to check to make sure. Just want to see the ugly mug. Just want to see all of this all over Sportscaster. Bam! There we go. What's up to the Sportscaster family? I see y'all. It's like 12 of y'all out there. Yo. Hey, if y'all not already, Sportscaster, if y'all not already subscribed on YouTube, man, make sure y'all subscribe to the Big Oso's in the building. What's good? Big Oso in the building. What's good? Hey, Big Oso said, I should be sleeping and I'm on here. Wow. That is rhetorical. Uncle Freezy should be sleeping, but guess what? The same. I'm on here. Warren Franklin, what's good? Warren Franklin said we need to get rid of Knox DSJ. We need to play Iggy, Harper, and Peterson from our G League. Okay. All right. I don't know. I don't know if I agree. I don't really have an opinion for that. I'm just sharing the thoughts of Big Warren. You know what I'm saying? Big Warren said that's what it is. I'm gonna put it out there. I don't know if I agree, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody have their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna support that. Support my man opinion. Yo, so shout out, yo. So y'all see this? Yo, shout out to my man, the New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he grinding for the Knicks at Night podcast. Grinding for it. I'm telling you, don't sleep. I'm telling you, this thing is a family, man. This thing is a movement. This is beyond this thing is beyond just normal stuff. You know, Stephen Fox is co-hosting that is hosting that night. That dude is like, you know what I'm saying? Optimus Prime. He's the Optimus Prime of this movement. You know what I'm saying? Stephen Fox be holding it down for us. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Kaiser Sausage in the building. What's good? I see you. Mike Mitchell's in the building. What's up, player? What's good? What's good? Hey, right back at you, boss. What's good? Hey, so Stephen Fox says, Freezy, congrats on 821 subscribers and climbing. Hey, Proudy, hey, this is us since day one, since we got to 100 subscribers. Because I was doing like some rinky dink, amateur hour videos and stuff, trying to grow a channel. And I was like, yo, you know what? Let's change it up and let's go with like live streaming. Instead of just having my opinion be out there, let's have everybody's opinion be out there. When I started doing that, the channel exploded. So when I was doing it by myself, when it was just, Uncle Freezy toiling in obscurity, hey man, it was like 80 subs. When I started letting people have their voice be heard, man, look, we started growing like weeds. You know what I'm saying? So you know what that is? Hey, when you give the people what they want, they support you. You got to give the people what they want. You know what I'm saying? Hey, salute. For sure. Yeah, it's the thing, man. What it is we and I say this every day. So let me do this first. Hey y'all, so subscribe to the channel, right? Like the live streams, comment in the comment area, share on your social medias. Hold on for just a second. My production assistant, my co-producer is in the building. So hey, but yeah. So the thing is it's not just about me, man. This Knicks content, we all have this thing in common, man. And wait a minute. So subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share, and turn on your notifications, right? Because what we want to do is not just for us, but we want to make sure that others out there that are looking for content just like this can find us. You know what I'm saying? Is we are looking for them and they are looking for us. So the way that we can connect is by ensuring that the YouTube algorithm plays the right song for us, for the two parties that want to get out on the dance floor and dance together. All right, so I'm gonna read a couple comments first, and then I'm gonna get in my bag. All right, so Warren said, "Hey, Warren Franklin, what's good? You subscribed?" I don't remember seeing your name. So it's going to be a long season if we don't get a floor general, bro. Why don't Frank penetrate to the hole? Is he might get, I know this. But you know what though? It's the same thing we've been saying for years. This ain't something new. You know what I'm saying? The thing about Frank is not something new. And I'm gonna say this. Hopefully I won't start an NBK fan civil war. But I did hear Sim Russell and who's my man now, by the way. That's my guy. That's like my brother. You know what I'm saying? When I'm with Sim, I know I'm good money. I don't have to go in my pocket for nothing when I'm with Sim. I ain't gotta pay for nothing. I ain't gotta pull out no cigarettes. I ain't gotta do nothing. Sim got everything. That's my man. But anyway, him and Legion of Knicks podcast, aka that MF of Doom, aka the ghost-faced killer, were laying down the gauntlet last night. They legit are trying to start the NBK fam civil war. They were talking about DSJ Mighty Greasy. They were talking about Julius Randle Mighty Greasy. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard them, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Let me shout out Chuck Allen in the building. Alan Wise was good. Sherwin M, I see you. Welcome home. I see y'all. But to this point, man, and I got a lot of points, man. I was, you know how it is when oh boy. I was just about to get in my bag and look who stepped in the building. Chef NYK is in the building. What's good? I see y'all, man. Hey, and look, sometimes it seems like I'm distracted, but look, when the homies come in the room, I'm a chef. Lily Phillips is in the building. What's good? I don't care about, I do care about the topics, but I care more so about our family. When I see y'all come in the room, I'm going to shout y'all out. And for other people, they be mad. They be like, talk Knicks, man, talk Knicks. Like, nah, man, when I see Lily Phillips, I'm going to shout out Lily Phillips. Y'all just got to be patient. You know what I'm saying? When I see White Falcon 44, I'm going to be like, in the building, White Falcon was good. And but the great, yeah, was good. Chuck Allen, I see you. You know what I mean? So let me get back to this Civil War thing real quick. I'm hoping that's not what it is, but I heard Legion of Knicks podcast talking mighty greasy about some players that I speak glowingly about, and I don't know if that's a shot at Uncle Freezy or you know what I'm saying, if it's something else. Is it the Civil War? Like the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Is it is it Captain America versus Iron Man? I'm trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure this thing out. Like, I'm trying to legit, figure out if are they dissing DSJ because they want to, draw a line in the sand. And Legion of Knicks is my brother, by the way. Legion of Knicks and Sim Russell are my brothers. But I think they trying to start a civil war. They threw a lot of shade at Julius Randle. And y'all know how I feel about Julius Randle. Right? But y'all been taking shots at Kev. No, man. On this show, Kevin Wright stands up for Kevin Knox. I mean, not on this show. I'm sorry, but on the Knicks at Night podcast, Kevin Wright legit has stuck his flag in the ground for Kevin Knox, right? On this channel, Kevin Knox gets stood up for. I joke about Oh my God! Look who got off the milk carton. Hector Beauchamp got off the milk carton, bro. Hey, bro, I legit was about to start putting your pictures up in Walmart. What's good? What's good, Hector? What's good? Hey, Hector, we ain't want to hear that. We want to see you. We don't want to hear that. We want to see you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, dog. Come on, boss. In shop class right now. I got to check on Uncle Freezy, and then it's for sure, for sure, for sure. That's what it is, man. I mean, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, that's the one I'm looking for. Okay, good. That's the one I was looking for. So I need some help from y'all. I need some help from y'all with D Block. What's good? What's good, man? Hey, I see you. I see you, boss. Yo, hey, D Block, the channel has been growing crazy. Like the channel has legit been going crazy, and it's thanks to people like D Block, you know what I'm saying, who come back and support every time, all the time. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just ugly mug here. It definitely ain't that. But so tell me what y'all think. Do y'all legit think that Legion of Knicks podcast and Nothing But Knicks are right about DSJ and Julius Randle? Or are they just trying to throw down the gauntlet? Or are they trying to start the civil war with Lawrence Tears? I don't know. It feels like they trying. I don't know. I don't know. Like I think what it is. I think what it is they get frustrated that I keep coming at their man Frank Ntilikina. But I don't come at Frank. I just want Frank to be a floor general. You know, and in the Knicks Civil War, I prefer DSJ at point guard over Frank Ntilikina. I gave y'all my opinion already. Y'all know I think Frank Ntilikina is more of a Bruce Bowen than he is floor general or Chris Paul, right? And I know both of those examples are great Hall of Fame. Well, not Hall of Fame, but for Bruce Bowen, but legendary NBA players, right? But I think Frank is on the road to Bruce Bowen. He's not on the road to Chris Paul. Stacey Hickman, what's good? Hold on. I see your comment. Hold on, Stacey. What are you talking about? Stacey Hick. Hey, what are you talking about? Sherwin M is on my side. Frank is not a point guard. Alwin Duarte was good. Wayne was good. Let me hold on. Yeah, hey man. Wayne Peterson said, hey, I prefer DSJ over Frank, but I prefer Lonzo Ball over both. Hey, so I think we all agree that the point guard position does need an upgrade, right? You know what I'm saying? But based on what we have today, I'd hold on. Reese Parker trying to let this comment get by me. I see you, Reese Parker. They talk down on actual productive players and hype up the players who do nothing, and they get mad when you say something about it. So Sim is my man, right? That's my man. You know, no doubt that's my guy, right? But I do think he get crusty when you talk about Frank. When I tell Sim Frank Ntilikina is a 6'4" Tree Rollins, I think he get crusty because he thinks Frank has the potential to be a distributor point guard, and I know, and I know, folks are like, man, Uncle Freezy, you'll never get Frank Ntilikina on the show if you keep calling him, a 6'4" Buck Williams. Hey, listen, man, I understand. I hope Knicks players have a sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? Because they know I really they know I like Frank. I just don't like Frank at point guard, right? And so the thing is I hope people don't think I'm disrespecting Frank like that. I'm just, it's all in jokes and fun. I mean, on the Knicks at Night podcast, I get trolled and joked on all night, and I know we are all having fun, right? But I think that camp. Oh, did I say camp? Oh no, I called him a camp. That means we are divided. No, man, we ain't. No, man. I'm hoping. I need to see. I need to see Legion of Knicks podcast. I need to see him in a because he kills DSJ. He kills DSJ, right? When you hear some talk about Frank Ntilikina, and this is not, trust me, this is not the Frank morning drive, because I know Frank Ntilikina is like a sentient being. Like, he'll come in as a little thing and just take over, right? So, but the thing is with Frank, I just think the point guard experiment is over. Frank is probably a 3 in a point guard's body. Or like Chuck B said about 4 months ago, Chuck is a defensive center in a point guard's body. Frank is a Dikembe Mutombo in a point guard body. Oh boy, let me get off of that. I just want to I want to talk about DSJ some. Right? I think DSJ has been neutralized because of the Pistons going to the 2-3 zone the last couple of games. And I think DSJ legit has the ability to go by his man and penetrate the defense. Right? And I legit think that DSJ, with confidence from the coach and some more playing time to get back on the bicycle, basically, get back on the bike and ride, basically. I think DSJ with more reps can at least be a decent NBA point guard. And while I'm not saying he's going to be a high-level starter, I'm saying guys with his skills don't come along every year. You don't see guys with his size and skill, natural abilities. They don't come around often. Right? They just don't. I think a point guard whisperer can turn DSJ into a 14-6 guy. Frank's a 2 to 3 defensive stopper off the bench, 6-man. Right. Hey, right. In today's NBA, that's what I think Frank is. Like Frank is an undersized wing defender with high upside free throw shooting and potential 3-point shooting. Right? So what is DSJ? So if that is Frank, what is DSJ? What would DSJ be? Ramon Sessions, maybe, right now, if he don't improve. If DSJ don't improve, he's going to be a Ramon Sessions type guy, like a guy totally dependent on situation, not being able to. You think so, Chuck Allen? Let me see. Where did the comment go? Not the Chef NYK. Oh my gosh. Y'all troll so hard, man, but it's yo, Paris Duggar is in the building. Hey, what's up, Knicks guy? Hey, Knicks guy, are you new? Hey, if you new, say put something in the chat so we'll know you new, so that we can welcome you. We want to make sure that we welcome you to the family if you new. If not, get on in here and comment. If you already been here, get on in here. Oh, I see you, Aaron. Okay. Hey, Aaron Gillard. Hey, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family, man. Hey, y'all, welcome Aaron Gillard to the live stream. Hey, what's good? Hey, for all the new folks, we'll want you to, of course, we gonna want you to subscribe to the channel, right? Because we value y'all, not just because we want numbers. I mean, we want numbers too, but it's for a different reason. We want numbers because we want to make sure that our conversation continues to evolve. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure. Did I just see somebody say? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Y'all are relentless, man. Y'all are relentless. Y'all are relentless with the funny trolling, man. I hope others understand that it's all jokes and humor and not like something super serious. We don't bully or anything like that here. You know what I'm saying? We generally try to come in here and have fun, put smiles on people's faces and stuff. DSJ can get 15-5 because he did it for 2 seasons. Frank 5-2. I mean, I get it. I get that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell Legion of the Knicks podcast, right? I just here recently, I just hadn't been able to get him like face to face. You know what I'm saying? We just hadn't had the opportunity, just not the opportunity to kind of debate it. D Block said, "This is my second home." Hey man, we trying to make this the first. We trying to make this your first home, man. It's not about like changing your fandom or whatever, but you know what I'm saying, a place that you legit come. And why you? Hey, D Block, why you ain't trying to get in the video chat? D Block, why you ain't trying to get in the video chat? And don't be looking at your phone like, yo, what Uncle Freezy just said? You heard me. Why you ain't trying to get in the video chat? I mean, listen, man. I mean, smart people are smart people, man. You can talk about other NBA teams. The Celtics ain't gonna throw you away if you talk about the Knicks. Word, bet. I'm gonna put this up on the screen so people can see it. Word, no doubt. So White Falcon said, trade Frank Ntilikina, Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle for James Harden and still have Obi? I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot. Yo, have y'all seen the pictures of James Harden? What James Harden's body looked like coming into camp last year? Yo, I don't know. I don't know if I'm trading for a superstar that is not in shape. T Money, what's good? I'm a Knicks fan, but also a Zion fan. Hey, man, no lie. I used to love Dominique Wilkins, right? I used to love Dominique Wilkins. I used to wonder, what we would have to, the Knicks would have to give up to trade for a Dominique Wilkins in his prime. T Money, I see you. What's good? Joshua Smalls in the building. What's good? I see you. G, what's good? G, what are you talking about, bro? That's dumb. Take that comment down. What are you talking about? You can't be a fan. You can't just be a fan of somebody. Yo, look who tried to sneak in the building. Look who tried to sneak in the building. Oh, boy. I know it's about to get lit now. I know it's about to get lit now. I know things about to get. Y'all better staple. Y'all better tie stuff down. Y'all better nail stuff down because the Prince done woke up and got in the chat. Y'all already know what it's about to be. And look who else. Illmatic is in the building. What's good? What's good? Uh-oh. I just got to let him go. I'm gonna just step back and let him go.
Bruh, that your boy James Harden, bro. Your boy James Harden look like me out there, bro. Your boy James Harden look like me, bro. I was like, bro, is that what somebody said? Is that I know Kendrick Perkins was still in the NBA?
Yo, bruh, it's crazy. It's crazy, bruh, man.
I'm telling you, Tom wasn't talking about James Harden, bro. He was trust me, B. He was talking about anybody else but dude. Like I right. Pray because dog, man, them strippers and wings is. Dog, you about 40 pounds out of playing shape, bro.
Yes.
Bruh. Yo. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say, Freezy.
Hey, man. Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, my God, man. Yeah.
Let's leave that one alone. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, sometimes you get what you want, but that one, I don't think we want that, y'all. Like, I'm serious. I think right. Tom Thibodeau and the powers that be, they understand that ain't a good move. I think if that was the case, I think we would have made that trade a couple weeks ago. Right. We'd have been made that trade. I don't think just because Tom Thibodeau made that statement, and he made the statement. And I think, that's the thing about New York media and us fans. We look for every word to try to, hang our hat on and be like, oh, okay, he said this, which he was saying. But the conversation and the question was posed to him just like that, just so they could see what he was going to say. And all he was saying, it seemed more generalized. It didn't seem like, oh, we need to go out and be, aggressive. He just said a team needs to go out and be aggressive in all three of those facets. Harden's really rocking.
Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yo, look who in the Beans. I see you. Beans, we see Beans. Hey, Beans Douglas trying to tiptoe in the room like we can't see him. You know what I'm saying? We see you, boss. We see you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So what Thibodeau said? Oh, let me finish my thought. Before.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No. I just want to finish my thought about the impending civil war between the MBK fam. It's me and my secret partners against Legion of Knicks and a podcast and Nothing But Knicks, because they was straight up murdering DSJ. They were murdering DSJ. They were murdering Randle. You know what I'm saying? And they know I legit, you know what I'm saying, have some love for DSJ and Randle. And for Frank too. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I don't hate one or the other. I don't dislike. I just, in the grand scheme of things, I just like my point guard to be able to facilitate. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my point guard just to be like, come down and throw the ball to Nerlens Noel and be like, Nerlens Noel, generate us some offense. No. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't want my point guard to bring it up and throw the ball to Mitch Robinson and be like, Mitch, 1 point, I'm going to go hide in the corner. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not feeling that. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm with you on that, Freeze. And I think that was in some people. I heard Joe Madden talking about that, and I heard who was it? Isaiah, and I think Sim jumped on him too about basically he was like, well, we just need a mundane point guard, and RJ can run the point guard, and and I respect what they were saying too, is that you want a point guard who's a little bit more, like you said, than a dang drone. You just don't want somebody out there with a heartbeat. You want somebody who understands the offense, understands his players, understands time and possessions. So again, all the time, like you said, a point guard job is to facilitate and get his team involved. But sometimes you might need to go for yours. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you got to get out there and go. And that's why I like what you said about DSJ. If his jump shots start falling, man, we're not even talking about a point guard battle no more. You know what I'm saying? And that, much like you said, Freezy, that is it. That is it, bro. If this man jump shot starts falling, watch how many fans, start getting enamored again with Dennis Smith Jr. You know what I'm saying? Right. We ain't seen him go through the lane and yam on somebody yet all season. You know what I'm saying? Wait till he catch one of them. You know what I'm saying? Or catch somebody slipping and watch how everybody start loving him again. Like I said, he's definitely. It's frustrating because, again, we ain't seen basketball in the last 9 months. So now everybody, like you said, they loaded up. They got a million takes for DSJ right now. They got a million takes for Kevin Knox. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, again, they going to let them rip because, again, they only seen two bite-sized pieces of games in them 2 Detroit games. Tonight we got a game against Cleveland, which I pray everybody should play a lot better. I'm playing game 3. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, they should have they bearings up under them. What's up, OG? You know what I'm saying? They should have their bears about them, and they should be able to get out there and play a lot smoother basketball. I think we'll see a lot smoother basketball from them tonight.
Right. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna say this, and I know some of y'all gonna be mad. Right. My job ain't come on here and troll y'all. I mean, I might troll y'all in fun, but y'all know where our heart's at with that. Like
hey man, we don't need no public service announcement for Freezy, man. Be Freezy, bro. Be Freezy, bro.
I'm just saying, like, I'm mad frustrated that we legit let Damian Dotson walk out the door and replace him, you know what I'm saying, with cats like Alfred Payton and Austin Rivers. Now I don't know what Austin Rivers.
Theo Pinson. You can't tell me the same money we paid Theo Pinson, we couldn't have paid Dot. Dot is a younger and better player than Theo Pinson. I wouldn't say Alec Burke. I ain't gonna say Alec Burke because Alec Burke is a little bit more seasoned. You know what I'm saying? He got a couple more years up under him, and yes, he's a little bit more consistent. But that will be that. That will be Alec Burke this season or next season if we would have let him get some burn.
How we let Dot walk out the door and replace him with a dude named Theo Pinson.
That's that CAA crap, bro. Honestly, when I seen that last night, bro, when I seen him break Oladipo like that, I was like,
hey, but you know what the shot Oladipo looked like he might be ready. Oladipo looked like he might be back. And Dot still got him.
So that's another trade that we supposed to be looking at. So if he's looking good, that's even more reason why we might need to ship Julius and whoever else they want down there to Indiana, and let's get that trade done, man.
I'm confused though. I need somebody to explain to me why we let Dot walk. Like, ain't even offer him a contract. Wasn't even like, nah, Dot, you asking for too much money. We just like say la vie.
Right, like, bro, clean out your locker, bro. Clean out your locker.
Politics.
But we kept Bees, but we kept a dude named Frank Ntilikina.
Leave Frank alone.
Yeah.
We kept a dude named Frank Ntilikina.
And we drafted Dot. We drafted Dot.
Yes.
And we drafted Dot. Yes,
we drafted him and Frank in the same draft.
See, here come the whatchamacallit curse, the Charlie Ward curse. We can't
Charlie
keep
Ward.
nobody like
Well, I mean, and you're right, bro. Because look at your boy, Langston Galloway. Man, he out there in Phoenix going ham. You know what I'm saying? Like going ham. And I'm not saying we could have made him our franchise point guard, but I'm hearing what you saying, Freezy. Like that is our problem as Knicks, as a Knicks organization. We let our players go too early.
But we kept a dude named Frank Ntilikina.
and DSJ.
Hey, I'm not gonna hate on them, but I'm gonna say we kept Theo Pinson. I forget everything else. Like Iggy. I mean, and again, if we gonna cut Iggy soon, you kept Iggy over, Dot, a 6'5" guard who can shoot. Dot can shoot, and honestly, whatever he went down there in Cleveland and did, I didn't watch the whole Cleveland game, but he must got some clout down there, some cachet, because he was handling the ball for them. He was running offensive sets for them. So he's doing something right, so he must not be trash.
And he done started for them already.
Oh, come on, man. That's it. Yeah, bro.
Wait, starting at the 3?
The 2.
The 2.
All right, because they got Garland and Sexton, right?
Sexton ain't played yet.
Sexton hurt or something, right?
What about the other kid, the one who got the gun charge, Porter? Is he playing yet, or is he out?
I ain't seen him.
Not sure.
Yep. So that could be why that is some extra minutes too, because both of them not playing. But even still, though, you know what I'm saying? Like he's starting for them. I mean.
Yo, look who in the building. What's good, fam?
What's good, Freezy? What's up, guys, man? What's going on, man?
Morning,
the problem with the Knicks, right, is that they got a lot of mediocre players, man. And they don't got nobody, they don't have like at least one like above average player at least, and nobody want to play there. So it's like, I mean, y'all gotta hope that whoever y'all got is gonna be committed to stay, like after they become a free agent, basically, and hopefully they don't leave, man. Like Obi Toppin, hopefully he become great, not good but great, so y'all can have somebody to keep for the long run. But yeah, there's a lot of mediocre players, so you can't expect great play with mediocre players unless mediocre players play hard, because talent, hard work could be talent if talent don't work hard.
Facts.
And that's how that goes. And it's sad because New York is like, New York is a big city, and you can't get one real good free agent, man. Like that's sad, man. New York is the Mecca, man. You crazy?
Right. Yeah, but we know why though. It's not like people just picking New York up. It's because of bad management. If we can look from the outside in and look and see what's going on, who's gonna want to come play here? Unless we overpaying, and we not overpaying no more. So it's just going to be what it is.
Like they said your boy James Dolan rolled out the Sopranos for LeBron in 13. Like, bro, serious? You brought the Sopranos to try to scout LeBron, bro? Like, come on, man. Like, so like OG just said, bro, we shoot ourselves in the foot. I don't believe players don't want to play here. It's just, why would you want to play here outside of New York? That's the bigger question. Why? When again, I can get Giannis got 220-some million to stay in Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? So again, people can't keep using that same narrative against us that, oh, y'all just think everybody want to play for y'all. Like, no, the question now is why would you want to play for the Knicks? You know what I'm saying? Bigger than anything. So I think players will play, but again, we just have to build it. We have to build something that players want to come play. You know what I'm saying? Where people want to be.
I don't understand, man. New York is big, man. Like New York to me is like LA, New York. Like, I mean, come on, there's something going on in New York, in the New York franchise, for them not to attract a big name, man. Or it's something really wrong in New York for that, man. Come on, man. New York
Brooklyn is bigger than some states. The borough of Brooklyn is legit bigger than some states.
What, bigger like in size? I'm talking about bigger in popularity though.
No, I'm talking about both.
Both.
I'm talking about both.
I feel Freezy. Both.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I feel like if a star.
I got my New York. I'm from Boston though, but you know, New York my second home, man.
Okay.
That's a fact. Yeah,
all
man.
right, listen. I feel like at the end of the day, if a superstar come to New York right now, he coming for a money grab. Let's keep it official because we're not competitive. We're not competitive.
Well, I don't believe that. I think it's some teams around that, like you said earlier. I think Oladipo. I would prefer us to make a trade for Oladipo before I would pull a trigger on Buddy Hield. Because Buddy Hield can shoot and he is a knockdown shooter, but I think Oladipo truly makes people better around him. If we watched him hoop before he got hurt, he truly was bringing that Indiana team around. Before he got traded, he always make teams, not necessarily teams better, but his play, like Freezy was saying, about empty minutes and empty points and empty stats. I think he wouldn't bring empty stats. He would bring a tenacity to us. He wouldn't come in with a chip on his shoulder, and I think he would fit with the young kids. So again, I believe it's players who would play in New York. It's just we got to build it, y'all. I think we truly have to build a team that people want to be around and want to play with. And I think we got a couple players that people like, I can go over there and hoop with some young kids. But some of them, like OG just said, man, like as sad as it is, we shouldn't have to work this hard. We shouldn't have to work this hard.
Work. New York is New York. It shouldn't be that hard to want to play for New York. Who wouldn't want to play in New York, man? There's something really going on, man.
Man, we've been saying that for years, man. Who wouldn't want to play in New York?
Right. Why?
Kyrie, I thought Kyrie was gonna be in New York, man. I mean, on the Knicks, of course.
Hey, y'all! I ain't gonna front. I watched that preseason game, and I ain't gonna front. I low key almost dropped a tear. Low key. Low key, like don't quote me, Freezy. Please cut this out, dog. But yeah, I watched that Brooklyn game and I low key almost dropped a tear, though. Be like, damn, we could have had KD. My girl asked me like, damn, ain't that KD and Kyrie? I'm like, yeah, and they in the Brooklyn jersey. I'm like, yeah.
And Brooklyn got new fans over there, man. That's crazy, man.
Bandwagons. I'm gonna keep my day ones though. I don't care. I stay with y'all day one Knicks fans. I don't need no new friends.
Well, that's crazy.
What else you got for us, Freezy? What else you got for us this morning?
Hey, I'm looking for a Legion of Knicks podcast, man, because he want
that smoke this morning. Freezy said he want that smoke this morning.
Yeah, he said some. Donald Cannon. Hey, man, that was hyperbole, man. It is what it is. It's the thing with Brooklyn was hyperbole. We know Brooklyn is not as big as Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's hyperbole, man. It's I mean, it was a statement, not a statement of whatever.
He said I take Brooklyn for 300, Alex.
so I was looking for Legion of Knicks podcast, man, because Legion of Knicks podcast legit said some stuff that was really greasy. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, you know what I'm saying, just flat out come out and disrespect certain Knicks players, like, you know what I'm saying, intentionally, like with the intent to have malice. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those deals though. It's like I legit think they were like coming. I think it's Civil War time. I think it's a civil war now about to start, man. It's a line in the sand. Between nothing.
And that's it. The season ain't even started yet, bro. And like I said, that's what we're talking about.
Not like that. Not like that. Them my mans, but I'm just saying they was talking greasy about DSJ. Oh my, you should have saw him. It was like they was playing patty cake with DSJ, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, and Randle too. Oh, I was like, yo, I just need to catch them like in the joint, like all three of us together, so that we can kind of go over it. I mean, because they was talking like, it was like, and so I'm a fan of DSJ because I feel like the Knicks have never had the uber athlete at point guard like a DSJ. Like the Knicks legit have never had a Derrick Rose. I mean, in their prime. You know what I'm saying? Like legit.
Yeah, DSJ got G in his game. He's nice.
Yeah. Low key, I've been watching these little Thibodeau interviews, and I think we got to read between the lines, man. Because I think Tom, he's saying that like we need to upgrade something and something fast. Because it's looking like he's looking like, what y'all want me to do here? Like, I'm here. You said you were gonna get me some talent. Like,
I said that me and Freeze, we had opened up with that earlier, and I was saying that to me, like I said, I think we look to read between the lines. But you know what I'm saying? To your defense, like you said, every truth, what people say, to every lie, there's a little bit of truth. You know what I'm saying? So with him making that statement, obviously he didn't make the statement for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So he meant what he was saying. But did he truly mean it from the structure of the Knicks locker room? Or was he just saying in the generalization of the NBA, making trades and attaining a superstar? So that's the way I look. It's two ways you can look at it. You can look at it, was he just talking about the Knicks or was he talking about the NBA? And to me, he seemed general. But like you said, I believe part of what you said, because the dude posed a weird question. He said, well, Tom, how do you feel right now? It seems like you're the only good thing going for the Knicks. Like, how do you answer a question like that as a coach? You know what I'm saying? Like, that, you know what I'm saying? And what you said, how do you feel about that? And what do you think about, that's what he said. How do you think about getting a free agent? I mean, or what do you think about getting a top level free agent or something? And Tom here went into it. He was like, well, everything, that I do it's all about us. Team, that's when he started talking about all that stuff. Then he went into it like, sometimes you have to be aggressive in free agency. And what that said to me and in the draft was I took it like devil's advocate. I'm like, well, was that a shot at the CAA boys, for making the choices that they made? Because again, I'm pretty sure there were other opportunities and choices we had to make this offseason. We just didn't choose to make them. But and what did he say? We should be aggressive. We wasn't aggressive this offseason, was we? We were like, I forgot, somebody was on the Knicks' head about that. I think it was Alan Hahn and some of the other writers was saying just that. A lot of us fans were giving them kudos for sitting back and doing nothing. When in every right, we should have been trying to do everything to get better. And we did take that approach.
How do you not have a point guard? How do you not have a point guard when everybody was trading point guards? Like legit Westbrook, John Wall, and Chris Paul was on the open trade market. And even after market point guards like Ricky Rubio. Like cats were dealing like Ricky Rubio's around to make room for Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? How do you not trade for anybody? You brought back Jack from Blackish. What's the man name that looked like Jack from Blackish? What's the point guard name? I keep forgetting his name.
Who you talking about?
Alfred Payton. You brought back Alfred Payton. You know what I'm saying? You bring back Alfred Payton. I mean,
I would have liked to see Westbrook on New York, though. Russell Westbrook would have been a good look on New York.
He was the epitome. He is the epitome of what New York represents. Now, again, is he the best point guard to play the position? No. But would he represent what New York represent for the next 3 to 5 years? Heck yeah. Let
me ask you this question, Prince. At the end of the day, right? I understand we got Obi, right? We got Obi. Good. He fell to 8. We got him. Okay, cool. But even before the Obi thing happened, we was trying to get that boy from Detroit, right? What's his name?
They either wanted Killian or Melo. That's the truth. I mean, we see what it is.
He's talking about Christian Wood.
Oh, okay. Wood. Yes.
I'm at the mindset all right, we're gonna finally draft a point guard this year. So when we didn't draft Kira or we didn't take that boy that's out there that's showing out, like I'm just sitting back, look, as a fan, I know we got a new regime, but as a fan, we was all thinking we was gonna get a point guard. So all right, we pass him, we get Obi. All right, cool, we got Obi. But man, I just feel like we passed up, and then like you said, Jeff Teague didn't even want to take our money.
Jeff
I don't
Teague
think we
want
offered
the
them.
money.
No. Like OG, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think we offered them. We didn't offer them. That's the point. We didn't even offer some of them cats. Didn't even call them on the phone, B. Didn't even call them.
Right.
So that's even more sicker. That's even more sicker that we didn't even call some of these cats.
Right. And then in the second round, I mean, late in the first round, when you got your Tyrell Terry still available, you got your Malachi Flynn still available, you got all types of point guards and wing players still available. You don't even try to get them. You draft Daniel Laturo, and before he can even say thank the Knicks organization, you trade him.
You traded him. him.
Right.
Like I understand quickly because we need shooting. I understand quickly.
But the thing about quickly still too, like you said, the thing about that, bro, like he said, man, the guy who everybody was in love with, the Malachi Flynn kid, he's gonna be amazing for Toronto. Like you said, there was so many other point guards on the board that we could have at least tried to take. Again, that was Leon Rose in that CAA crap. I'm telling y'all, I hope this don't be a problem, but as we see already, it is starting to be a problem. Because like you said, you just put it on the head right there when you said it, you know what I'm saying, clear as day. We wanted everybody know we was into it because we wanted the boy Christian Wood who went to Houston. And the money that he went to Houston for was not crazy money. Like, don't we still got that money on the books right now? Like we still got his money right now.
Didn't he go 4 years, 44 or something like that?
I think he only getting like 12 million a year. He's only getting like 12 million a year.
We could have gave him that. Come on.
And see, I remember I had threw out numbers and I was like giving 333, 335. And somebody was like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? That might get him. So to me, I'm thinking that's high numbers. But Houston was like, they were paying more. So like you said, to play in New York, bro, I'll pay you an extra $2 million to not go to Houston. Stay in the East Coast. You already been playing for Detroit. Houston ain't doing nothing, bro. You going down there, you just gonna be trash. You're gonna get that money and be trash for Houston. So again, I would, like you said, I don't think we went with the right mentality. We should have got Christian Wood. We should have got us a point guard. Let Obi fall. If Obi fell to us, good. Thank God. But I don't believe Obi should be on our team, y'all. I hate to say it, and I mean he's here now, but I think we should have went elsewhere. We should have went in other directions.
That's how I feel.
I like Obi. I like Obi, man, but I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna be trill for us. What's gonna be trill for us is we gonna mess around and let the Miami Heat and Boston Celtics go to the Eastern Conference Finals with them young teams, and one of them teams is gonna win a championship. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I mean, Boston legit addressed they need. Boston needed a big man. They went out and got Tristan Thompson, right? And Cass is like, oh, Tristan Thompson ain't nothing. All he do is get a double-double and foul out the game. Dog, that's all they need. That's all they need.
I wish we had that.
Right, that's all they need. They got plenty of scoring. They got plenty of wing scoring. Boston got so much wing scoring, they let a dude like Gordon Hayward walk. They ain't beg him to come back. They were like, okay, are you out? We ain't gonna offer you. We ain't gonna try to match what Charlotte tried to offer you. You know what I'm saying? They just let my man walk. They like, okay.
We'll work on that together, Freeze. That whole Gordon Hayward was under the table because he opted out of $30 million. There's no way I'm about to opt out of $30 million, not knowing I'm about to get a 4-piece for $120. There's no way.
And see, like they always say, the agent always have an insight, especially because the NBA wasn't going. Like they said, cats had been talking. So we know, like you said, and bring us back to the point before, bro. We know CAA, they did what they did for what they did. We ain't even gonna call them the Knicks. We're gonna call CAA because again. We should have been aggressive in free agency. We should have been more aggressive during the draft. We played possum and got played. Because again, depending on what the 2023 pick that we got from the Clippers end up becoming, bro, we gave up that kid Daniel Othor, who's gonna play for them. He's a beast. He is a beast. I wanted him to play for us, and we gave him away, bro. We gave him away.
Yo. Hey, Paris Douglas said we need to stop whining and let the coaches coach. Hey,
100%
man.
Facts. I believe that.
Hey,
we not whining though. We just betting. It's different. When you've been a Knicks fan for as long as we've been Knicks fans, it's not whining no more.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fact.
It's like taxes. It's like taxes. Like Freezy said, we deserve this. We deserve to have a platform where we can come vent, bro. This like taxes.
Yeah,
I'm a Knicks fan, so these are my taxes where I can come on here and talk crazy to Freezy.
Yeah, like I can come let my head down. Like, come on, we ain't whining. We just got stuff on our mind.
Right. Hey, but what being said is real life. You know what I'm saying? What being said is legit real life. Because what we can do is we can let the coaches coach and let the national media, you know what I'm saying, legit write the narrative and try to force that narrative down our throat. Or we could be big boys, start our own joint and talk about the stuff that the way we like to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they talk about crybabies. Hey man, just go ahead and get the net. Go ahead and get your daily news then. Read it. You know what I'm saying?
Go listen to Berman. What you say? Go let Berman burn and see how you feel.
Right. All come on here and state your opinion. Put your opinions out there. This ain't a place where we gonna judge you. This a place. This the Knicks family. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna judge you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or not supposed to judge. The intent is get on here and we just talk about everything, man, in a judgment-free zone or whatever. But just to sit back and let stuff rock? No, we've been letting it rock for 20 years. How many rings we got?
0. Toilet bowl ring. A toilet bowl ring.
Right. None since I've been alive.
Right. Well. I mean, hey, Kev said he's supposed to be coming on, man. Hey, Kev, where you at? Hey, Kev, you need an intro. Kev, I keep putting the link in the chat. Kev, you must be on your phone. Are you looking? Kev, you looking on your phone? Hey, here go the chat. Here go the link one more time.
Yo, later, guys. Later, guys.
Hey, you dipping? Hey, good to have you on, boss.
Yeah.
You coming back? Hey, you coming back tomorrow? Oh, he dipped. Okay.
Yo, Freeze, man, what we looking forward to tonight, man? I feel like I just want to see consistent defense, man. Everything else is going to work itself out. I just want to see how hard we're going to work on the defensive end. Talk to me.
Right. So the thing I do want to. Hey, Kev, what's good?
Hey, how's everybody doing, man? I'm sorry.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
Cornerstone Kev, what's up, brother?
Hey, salute to everybody, man. I apologize, Freeze. When I sent that last one, I had stepped away to get my hat and everything, and didn't even notice that you were put it in there. So I am sorry, my brother.
It's good. It's good. I just didn't want to spam the chat with the link or whatever. It's all good.
Yeah, absolutely. Who had a comment? Did somebody had a comment? No. Okay.
Hey, Beans asked me what I was looking forward to in tonight's game. So what I'm looking forward to, or what I don't want to have happen, is Damian Dotson torture us for 25. That's what I don't want to see.
Yeah. Man. That's my fear.
You can count that. He about to cook somebody. He about to cook somebody, bro.
Absolutely. That is my total fear. And again, that's why I kind of question when people want to get rid of players. Just that thing right there. Now we let Dame go. Dame probably he's probably gonna feel like the chains are off, the locks are off me. I'm free. I'm gonna kick some ass tonight. Even if if I don't do it against any other team, it's gonna be us. It's gonna be. He's saying I'm gonna do it to the Knicks and everything because he wasted pretty much 3 years of him playing.
Yeah,
he wasn't properly developed.
Right.
He hardly got any playing time, and just when you thought he was gonna get playing time and freeze, I gotta back you up 110%. You had a bad feeling about Miller, and we were like, no, he's increasing the win thing, and you're like, all right, just wait, and just that right there, he hardly gave it. When Dotson was rolling, they he got like a small injury. After that small injury, you never saw him again. So yeah, so that's my fear. That's my fear. So like, if we're talking about how we want to trade Frank, we want to trade Knox, we want to trade whoever, that's my fear that they're going to come back and do to us, what they could have been doing to us, doing for us. That's my fear.
Right.
And in all honesty, I listened to a little bit this morning of the podcast last night with when Rob the Knick was saying we got all these young players. All the other teams are using their young players, and we have them sitting on the bench for us, letting the veterans. And I'm talking about your Randalls, your Paytons, all that, letting them play, while the other young players are rocking out. Our young players are on the bench. I want to see what this Miles Powell dude can do. I want to see what Iggy can do. I want to see quickly get more minutes than what he got, in game 2. He should have been playing in game 1. And I think if we do see that, then we can honestly say if they're, I won't say bust. We can honestly see what their potentials are. And then give the other guys who are playing over them, have them looking over their shoulder saying, oh shit, these guys are really, doing work and everything in a small amount of time.
Right.
But I tell you, because of the year of COVID, it's really harping on everybody because they didn't have a March Madness. They get drafted, don't have a summer league, and they don't have a full training camp because with the preseason, what are they like? I think they're like 8 or 9 games they're supposed to be, and there's only going to be 4.
Right.
So but again, they're on the bench. Let them. Let's see what they can do. That's all I got to say.
Yo, good stuff, fellas. I'm out. Freezing.
Who's leaving? Okay.
All right.
So somebody, whatever.
Yeah.
I should make a quick point. I was thinking, all right, if anything, Dotson is the one that fit that Thibodeau, like defense, 3D. I thought that's what we was looking for. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely. So when they cut him and got rid of him, and like you said, kept Pinson, it's kind of like, is this personal moves from Tom, or is this straight coming from the top? Like, which one is it?
But Pinson is on a 2-way deal. He's going to the G League and stuff like that. Damian Dotson is not on no G League deal. Damian Dotson is in the real deal, so he's in the roster, in the Cavs roster, I think.
All right,
but the money that he wanted, the money that we could have paid him is basically G League money. Like, we could have paid Dot like $2-3 million. We could have gave him a 1-year, $3 million deal, and you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. Instead of giving, I mean, but instead of giving Peyton, what Peyton get, like $5 million for a year. We could have used that and give that to Dotson. I mean, we're always complaining about shooting. If he was still on here, he would be our best shooter. Am I right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Burks
he just couldn't be consistent.
Burks.
No. I agree. Okay. Yeah. Okay. God. But what I'm saying is, we would have had two outside shooters, playing instead of you know what I'm saying, God. If he was, if Dotson was still on here, there's your shooting right there between him, Burks,
Quickly.
Yeah, we don't even know what quickly is like. I was waiting for him to let it fly and everything, but because Dotson's not with us, we only have one reliable shooter in Burks.
Right. Good point. The question is, who if you're gonna resign Dotson, right? Who do you get rid of? Because you need a veteran shooter like Burks, who can't score 15 points. But who do you get rid of? Is what I ask you guys, all you guys. I want to ask everybody. Okay. Who would you?
I think Dotson was. I think that Dotson was the veteran shooter, because Dotson is 26 and he can shoot.
And we had him his whole career. We drafted him.
But I don't think Dotson can.
Yeah.
I think Burks is more reliable. I wouldn't mind having Dotson back up Burks.
I don't. You know what? I don't even think I could say that, because Burks been getting minutes. I feel if we give Dotson them same minutes Burks was getting, I feel he could be even probably a better player. Honestly,
I'm hearing when it comes to Dotson, very often inconsistent and injury prone too. Like I mean, I like him. One of my favorite players in the 2017 draft. I think we should have kept him over DSJ and Frank possibly. I mean, that's a good conversation. I would have kept him more because he has a lot of dog in him. He has a good jump shot and he plays defense. And I think out of the three, I might lean to him more than I lean to Frank, more than I lean to DSJ. And I think I trust his game more. I trust his hunger too. But I mean, I could be wrong in that. And maybe the better decision is to keep either DSJ or Frank, or maybe neither of the three. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
But I wanted to talk to the. Okay. I want to.
Go ahead.
So the thing about Dotson, man, is you could have had Alec Burks and Dot. You know what I'm saying? You could have had. I think you could have had both of them and had both of them get rotation minutes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're talking about Cat playing in two and a three. I think it's a deal where the Knicks were just sour on Dotson. I think something may have happened behind the scenes that we don't know about, and the relationship is just ruined. I think that's the same thing that happened to Alonzo. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know Dotson as a Knick rarely got minutes. Yeah. Well, kinda, but maybe not the same situation. Kinda, but not the same situation. Because I think we all know that Damian Dotson was rarely healthy enough for us to be a full-time starter. Like, even when he started for us under Fizdale, he was still only playing like 80% because he had injured his shoulder going into the summer, got that shoulder surgery during the summer, then came back and find his way through. You know what I'm saying? Get back to 100%, but he never did. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if we ever saw the 100% of Damian Dotson. So you never know what goes on behind the scenes.
Right. That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
With the team and the players. So.
Right. That's amazing if that's the case. If something went on behind the scenes, because I've always known Dot to be, a stand-up dude.
I agree.
I mean, when we, like, for instance, we
a
don't
stand-up
know.
person.
Yeah, stand-up person. We don't know what the hell happened with Trier. I mean, I'm still shaking my head, over that one, because he's got he. I mean, but then again, he hasn't been picked up by another team anyway. So I don't know if it is an attitude, problem or something like that. Right. We don't know. And I'm trying to wait for that, for that to come out of what happened with Trier. But with Dotson, it just the only thing I can say is that this front office, aside from all the Kentucky players, but this front office had no ties to past regimes with Steve Mills, and you saw that when they released everybody. When they released they released Portis, they released
Tosh.
They released him. They released Peyton, but then brought him back, and I'm still shaking my head over that one.
Ellington also.
And Ellington. And they released Ellington. They released all those guys. Released them all. They had no ties to him.
Mm-hmm.
They had no ties, whatsoever. And I'll probably go on a limb to probably say that if Frank, Knox, DSJ, and probably forget one, maybe I'll throw Mitch probably in there, probably.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If they were on the same thing as the guys they let go, they probably would have let them go as well. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. And who's to say that they won't release him, they won't give him, a max deal at the end. Not a max deal, but you know what I'm saying. Give him a contract at an extension. Who's to say that they won't?
I got a question
for you. They will or won't.
I got a question for you, Kev.
Yeah.
A lot of people are very big on that. A lot of people wanted Kenny Atkinson.
An extension because they could have.
Hello, can you?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, cool. A lot of people wanted Kenny Atkinson, right?
Yeah.
And they liked how he molded Spencer Dinwiddie, Joe Harris, and you remember that the Nets were talking. Yeah, they were making billboards. They were making billboards about being the next up, better than the Knicks, and there was a lot of drama with that situation. Darren Williams was still playing. Yep. And a lot of people want the Knicks to be like the Nets. Oh, what look how they developed Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris, and why don't we let the young players play just like they did?
Yes.
Right? Which was something that you were alluding to, right?
Yes.
And shout out to everybody at Nothing But Knicks. I got nothing but love for them, but I agree sometimes and I disagree too. But
of course.
Cool. I just want to put that out there. Yeah. But correct me if I'm wrong. I remember Darren Williams still being with the Nets when around that era, right? And I believe I wanted to ask you how do I ask that question? If when Spencer Dinwiddie was drafted and he got traded to the Nets, he had somebody who was experienced in Darren Williams in the roster, I believe.
Nah, I don't think Darren Williams was there when
Dinwiddie was there.
Yeah,
I'm trying to place that. I'm trying to place him.
Darren Williams was there when Paul Pierce and Garnett and them was there.
Okay. Darren Williams. Right? Why does Darren Williams not?
Darren Williams and Chris Paul.
He came from Utah. Remember, also he was nice, but then he got injured.
Okay.
And then he signed to Brooklyn. Remember, Darren Williams was nice.
Now I gotta look him up.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna hash out. I'm gonna watch some videos and double check on that because I'm a big believer in having a better. No, my point was that you always. My point was gonna get at is you always need a veteran in the roster, and a lot of people just have this philosophy of, well, you don't need a veteran. You could just play Frank 30 minutes and he'll develop himself.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see you talking about Darren Williams, who came from Utah. Now I see who you talk. He was a forgotten god for me, man.
Right.
I forgot who he was. Okay, so what's your question?
A lot of people have this philosophy. Oh, if Frank just needs 30 minutes and he'll develop just fine. Kevin Knox needs to play 30 minutes and he'll be just fine. And I'm like, yo, where do a lot of people get this idea from that you develop players by just giving them minutes? And it doesn't work like that.
No. What I was getting at, and I mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine.
What I was getting at was not for them to get minutes with these young guys that I'm saying, and I'm not even talking about Frank or Knox. I'm talking about the other guys that are on the bench, like your Iggy's, like your Miles Powell, like your Quickens, all those guys. We got these guys on exhibit 10s or whatever you want to call it, but we're not giving them the run. We're not seeing what they can do. We have all these young players, but not seeing what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to Knox and Frank and all of them.
Okay.
You gotta admit, the past coaches, the coaching staff, even I'll say management, they screwed up their development. They really did. They didn't really. They talked about it, but it was never done with them. Mm-hmm. So they were on the short ends, short ends of the spectrum, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do something real quick. Just real quick. Hey, Steven Perez, what's good? I see you. Hey, man. Hey, we miss you, man. Hope you feel better. This product right here, we trying to put together, man. Hopefully, it'll go a little ways with helping everybody feel a little better. Payback Carter was good. Tyrone the champion was good. I see you. Hey, Ty Bobby was good. Was good. I see you. Hey, so what I wanted to do is this. I wanted to ask y'all a question about the current state of the Knicks. Like instead of doing the history and review, what I wanted to do was ask y'all legit questions about stuff going forward. And I know y'all are gonna be like, yo, Uncle Freezy, don't set me up for the okie doke. I promise you, I'm not gonna do that. Right? This is what I want to ask. Right? Does Tom Thibodeau's offense require the point guard that we think it does?
Yes.
I can go with that.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I can go with that.
Okay. Yeah. So here's the reason. Here's the reason why I ask y'all that. I'm certain that Tom Thibodeau had input in free agency decisions and player acquisition decisions during the offseason, right? And I'm sure they went to him and asked him what he'd prefer. But the end game was a situation of Austin Rivers, and LP basically. Do y'all think Tom Thibodeau is gonna take on a reclamation project at point guard, i.e. DSJ or Frank Ntilikina or Elfrid Payton?
I think if Tom sees something in him, like if he see the potential, I think if he see the potential in him, I think he'll give him a shot. But I think he don't see the potential, honestly.
Well,
he knows Frank's a good defender. He knows Frank's a good defender. So Frank is not just looked at as the point guard. He could be your 2, your 3, like we said earlier, spot minutes for whatever situation. But as far as DSJ go, I think he's seen, but I think he we need something different. We need a floor general, somebody that can break down the defense, can get their own shot and distribute the ball. It's we saying it like it's nothing, but it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you out there getting locked up. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy.
Okay, so what I'll say is that these next 2 preseason games are critical for DSJ. The reason why I say that is because you see all throughout both games, you see Thibodeau going over there and talking to him all the time. all the time, telling him of what he wants, how he should, do in certain situations. He's always going to him. So that lets me know personally that he wants to be invested somewhat in DSJ as his backup. He don't got to do that for Alfred, because Alfred, God, you know how many years Alfred's been in the league for? You know how many years?
6.
Ages like 6, 7.
7. Okay, so he pretty much that's a veteran right there. So he pretty much can give him the keys. As much as we hate it, as much as we hate it and everything, he's pretty much giving him the keys to say, okay, you're going to be my starter right now. Even though he doesn't say it's written in stone, I think we can pretty much assume or that he's going to be the starting point. He's trying to get DSJ, get him ready. He already knows what he's going to get out of Frank. If Frank has to do some of the ball handling, he can rely on him, but he's not going to be the primary ball handler. I believe that he's going to go with DSJ going forward for these next 2. But again, I don't think Thibodeau's a fool either. If DSJ is not, comprehending what he's trying to tell him, I don't think he's going to. He's probably going to go another way. And again, he'll probably go with Quickly. He'll probably go with Austin Rivers, even though they're not quote unquote point guards. Or he just might say, you know what, Frank, this is what I want you to do. Do this for me. He might do it that way. You don't know. But I do agree with all y'all that we do need, that dynamic, point guard. All you want your point guard to do is set up the team and be a threat on offense and still have that, that intensity, on defense pretty much. Because as much as we want our point guard to be dynamic on the offensive end, we want to make sure that our point guard will be able to defend the other team's dynamic point guard. Like tonight, it's going to be Sexton, right? Sexton's the point, right?
Yeah. Garland. Both of them.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, you're right. One of them. They can, score just as much as any other point guard in the league. And we want our point guard to be able to, to defend them. And I think Alfred can do that. We don't know about DSJ, about, if he could do the have that defensive assignment on the defense end. Go ahead. Yeah.
I should have said something real fast, real quick. I want to make 2 points. My first point is I really wanted a veteran point guard like a CP3. I like the way OKC handled the CP3 situation. They traded for him. They used him for 1 year. I'm expecting big production from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander this year. Yeah. And this, that, and the third. Looking back, I did go to Basketball Reference. I checked Darren Williams. He did play the 2014 and 15 season, and then I think he got traded or signed a new contract to the Dallas Mavericks. Long story short, I do believe it's possible. I'm not accurate that Spencer Dinwiddie was with the Nets and that he possibly learned a lot from. All you need is 1 season to learn from a player like a Chris Paul or Darren Williams, and you could learn a whole lot, and your whole game will develop a lot. So a lot of people were hating on the CP3 deal or even across the Westbrook deal. Once you have just 1 season of a Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, possibly a John Wallace. I know people might kill me for that, but all you need is a 1 season. If you really want Frank to develop, if you really want Dennis Smith Jr. to develop, you need a star point guard like that. If you have one like that, and then you give them a chance, a fighting chance, which is what we want. We want these guys to develop to where they have a fighter's chance to survive in this league. But right now, learning from Elfrid Payton, no diss to him. Emmanuel Mudiay, no diss to him. doesn't give you. You're gonna learn a lot, but there's so much more to learn, and this is why you spend the $30 million on the Chris Paul or Darren Williams, which was a monster contract back in the days. But look now, Spencer Dinwiddie he's a superstar.
Yeah,
he's not a superstar.
Wait, whoa, superstar? He a star.
He's a star. Apologize. Thank you for the correction, Beans. He's a star. He's on his way to being a star. He's an easy $25 million player. Easy.
You know what it is? Also with Spencer Dinwiddie, it's funny you mentioned him. I believe he was drafted by Detroit and then spent a little bit of time in the G League. I forget which team it was, but then he was able to. Then I think he was traded to Brooklyn. And you're totally right. It totally revamped everything that they were trying to do.
So it's not just Kenny. It's not just Kenny Atkinson, because some people forget that Darren Williams was there, and they just say, "Oh, Kenny Atkinson just did everything." And look, you just need a good coach, and you don't need a veteran point guard like a Darren Williams or a Chris Paul. You don't need that, and that's not true.
Right.
You actually do need that.
Helps. I think that helps. Having the veteran presence in the locker room and with the young guys, it helps. We ain't even had that.
Right, but a lot of people, but Beans, what I'm trying to say, a lot of people, this free agent, this summer was a hell to the no on any veteran player. Gordon Hayward, I think I was pro Gordon Hayward. Why? Because I feel like even just one season or two, Obi Toppin, Kevin Knox, just learning from being around a star player like him too will improve his game.
Right.
Kevin Knox needs to improve his whole game. Frank Ntilikina needs to improve his whole game. Dennis Smith Jr. needs to. It's not just effort. You need experience. These guys, these are kids playing with grown men, and people are just saying you just need a good coach. No, you don't. It takes more than that. And I think a majority of a fan base are very naive and very ignorant at the same time in terms of a good spending $30 million. Like it's just they just want to do. They want to do. Then a lot of people love this route. Oh, let's just spend $5 million. $5 million. More playing time doesn't necessarily mean you get better. You need better players.
Yeah.
In the beginning, and then look, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they're doing just fine. They could coast on their own.
But see, here's the thing with those two. You mentioned those two. Well, let me. I'm gonna get back to that one thing. The only thing I'll say about Atkins, for a small sample size, he did turn Jeremy Lin into a phenomenon. Because remember, when Jeremy Lin was with us, Atkins was with us as well, and he had he trained with him. During that time, and he was able to, have his quote unquote fame, as you would call it, with the world and everything. So I'll give Kenny Atkins that. Back to Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and who else I'll throw in there? I'm gonna throw Marcus Smart in there as well. Those guys are around a system, and they're around a culture that say what you want about Danny Ainge. I think the person that stirs that pot is their head coach. I mean, you can't deny what's his name? I forget his name.
Lance Stevens.
Yeah, Lance Stevens. You can't deny the success that he's had there. I mean, they've come up short a bunch of times, but you can't deny the success that that he has, and especially with those two. It always seems like a Stevens team is always going to bring out the.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
What y'all think about Isaiah Thomas? I asked this yesterday. I got killed. But what y'all think about bringing in Isaiah?
To be honest, it's not a terrible idea. A lot of people. See, that's the problem. A lot of people are very fit. A lot of people are obsessed with fit. See, I'm not obsessed with fit at all. I'm obsessed with making sure that when Isaiah Thomas leaves, whether we keep him a year or two, that Frank Ntilikina, Dennis Smith Jr., or whoever we draft in 2021, that those guards are around somebody. around somebody who has had success in this league. I don't have to keep Isaiah Thomas for 3 years. Some people they don't. A lot of people can't grasp keeping a player a year or two and make it so that the point guards can learn, and then trade them to another team. They're just obsessed with fit, and they don't get it. A lot of people don't get in developing, in my eyes, in my opinion, they don't get at all. A lot of people don't sign somebody for 30 million or 15 million or 20 million and they keep them for 5 years. They draft their players. Then they get somebody who for 15, 20 million, and then they look at Goran Dragic. Goran Dragic was 20 million like for 3 or 4 years, and 20 million, and he's a good fit with whoever they draft. And a lot of people are like, oh no, he's not a good fit. Oh, he's too old. He won't gel with the. It's like they're so they don't. I just don't understand.
So I'll give you two guys. So I'll give you two more guys. Since you're on that, I'll give you two more. Somebody even mentioned it in the chat as well.
Wait, Kev. Well, hey, Kev. Before we do that, man, let's drill down on Bean's on Bean's question. Because he said, "What about Isaiah Thomas?" And you didn't get a chance to do. Yeah. What I'm saying is, let's give everybody a chance to answer Bean's question.
Okay.
So for me, Isaiah Thomas is a no, right? So for me, Isaiah Thomas is a no, right? And the reason being is if we don't have an answer at point guard, and we feel like Thibodeau may be trying to do a reclamation project for one of the kids on the roster, I would rather give those minutes to one of those dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because Isaiah Thomas is not going to. Isaiah Thomas is not going to get 25 wins. What I'm saying is,
I mean, like I ain't mean for him to start. I'm just saying, come in here to mentor, like he was saying, like the bro was saying earlier, just somebody to come mentor the young guys, the point guards.
But we already have that person. We already have that person. We signed Aaron Brooks as a point guard development coach.
Right.
That's not good enough.
Freeze. Is he for the team or is he for the G League team? Is he for us or is he for the G League?
From what I heard, he is a part of the developmental staff. I think he's, but I'm not for sure what his role is. Okay. But that was the question. The question was like going back to the summer. It was like, how come we don't just bring in a veteran guy to come in and be a full-time mentor for the young point guards? And so they signed Aaron Brooks out of that league that LaMelo Ball played in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Do you need two of those guys? And so to Paris Duggar is legit about to blow up the chat with the Kyle Lowry question. Like legit, wow, how come what about Kyle Lowry? Hey, Paris, just let us get through Bean's question first, and then we'll get to other alternatives. Hey, Kev, and God and Elijah, I gotta go jump off a call. I got a dead battery. So let me. What I'm gonna do. Y'all mind if I just pass it to y'all and let y'all rock?
Yeah,
and then I'll come back in a few minutes.
Right.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
I gotta get my charger too.
Hey, Beans, Beans, ain't no disrespect, but these dudes, you know what I'm saying, have been around, man, and they, you know what I'm saying, you know.
No, yo,
I really want to hear y'all.
I'm ready. I just want to take.
I'm gonna dip for a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm about to go get my charger real quick.
Go ahead. So, I want to say something to you real quick, Kev.
Yeah.
And we saw this summer, right? We saw this summer that the Charlotte Hornets spent $30 million on Gordon Hayward, right?
Yeah.
4-year deal. Everybody's talking about, Charlotte overpaid for Gordon Hayward. Right? But let's keep in context, right? 2017, before the Boston Celtics was paying $35 million for Gordon Hayward, right?
Right. Yeah.
Right. And look, and now Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are lights out shooters. You got a problem in your hands to deal with Boston now. If you want to deal to right. So now look at Charlotte. Charlotte, they didn't have to sign Jordan. They have Miles Bridges over there. Who's Miles Bridges? And they have PJ Washington. And they saw what Boston did. They saw the success that those forwards have, and they said, you know what, we need to do the same. Now they have a Gordon Hayward, Miles Bridges, who's if you go to Basketball References, is averaging over 10 points, over 5 rebounds, over maybe two or three assists, 0.5 blocks, 0.5 steals. He's a great player. He's playing way better than Kevin Knox is right now.
But see again,
and still, you invest on Gordon Hayward. They're not going to keep Gordon Hayward for 4 years. They'll probably keep him for 2, maybe, and probably look to ship him on his 3rd year. And this is and I want to give it again. You need to invest in the roster and not just giving them minutes, because minutes it's part of it. It's not everything. 20 minutes can be enough. Gordon, most likely Miles Bridges is going to play 20 minutes now, or 20 to 22 minutes. But at least the guy he has in front of him is a star player or close to a star. You know what I mean? I feel majority of Knicks fans, they need to stop hating on trying to get for a star, and they will, and that would be good. And that would do good for Frank, for DSJ, for Kevin Knox. Stop being a hater and start learning how other teams learn.
Yeah, and I agree totally with everything you said. And a
lot of people don't know. I don't care. Yeah. You could play basketball. You could do this. You could do that. If you don't understand that concept, I feel like you shouldn't even be talking too much about free agency. Like, they don't understand the concept of free agency. I'm glad Tibbs is talking about free agency, about getting that better, because when it comes to free agents, a majority of Knicks fans, they're just the biggest haters on most free agents. They're just haters. It is what it is. They're big. It's not about fit. It's not about fit and free agents. It's about making sure is this guy is Isaiah Thomas better than Elfrid Payton for Frank Ntilikina and Dennis Smith Jr.? That's the only question you should be focused on. That's the only question. It's not about what you like and what you don't like, and this, or he played for the Rockets, or he played for this. No, is this guy gonna be better than Elfrid Payton for Frank and DSJ? Is Gordon Hayward gonna step up Kevin Knox's game? Is he better than Alec Burks? That's the only question that I feel that as a fan that we should be talking about, not no freaking Elfrid Payton, and then we have to settle for that.
Right. Diaz Ballin, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name right. They're not weak points that God's saying. Everybody has an opinion. It just so happens that his opinion is very, very strong. So they're not weak points that he's saying. He's making a lot of sense. So need to chill with that part. For me, like I said, I agree with everything you're saying. For me, I've just seen management past regimes. We can go to Steve Mills. We can go to Phil Jackson. We can go to I forget who was before Phil Jackson. I won't put Walsh in there because I think he did a pretty good job and everything. But before that, we've thrown money at so many guys that have never panned out for us, that didn't impact winning. I'll go back to you don't agree?
No, I'm not. I'm reading the comments. I'm talking about Kaiser. I'm reading Kaiser Sozi that they were going to be good no matter what. Nobody's promised anybody. Some people think like some people are promised. You're not promised anything in this league. Carry on. Don't listen to me right now.
All right. I'll go back to when Whitson was here for his last year. We had just went to the second round of the playoffs, lost to a tough Indiana team. And what does the management do? They trade our pick along with Marcus Camby for Andrea Bargnani.
Oh.
How is that? Exactly, Beans. Exactly. I see you shaking your head. You're totally right. What the hell was that?
That hurt.
What was that?
That hurt.
We traded our pick as well. The one thing I can say about this regime, the Phil and Steve, is that we didn't trade away picks. That's the one thing I can say that that they did right, that they didn't trade away none of our picks. But as far as us throwing money towards these, a lot of these players, it just hasn't worked for us at all. So that's the reason why I'm kind of skeptical on throwing money like the type that Gordon Hayward got, because I'm just afraid. I'm just afraid of what that was. But to your point, you're totally right. His presence and his knowledge could be an impact on everybody else.
Absolutely.
You know what? Here, I'll give you one more. I would rather have. Now, people are gonna, bug.
Of course, they're gonna bug out. They're obsessed with fit. That's all they care about.
Right. I would rather have him than Morris.
Absolutely.
I would rather have him because he would have been more of an impact, of us towards winning than trying to look for, to boost his, his stats, pretty much his personal stats.
Right.
And then he would have been a mentor or whatever you want to call it towards Knox than I think Morris was.
Much better. But again, and players like that, you can easily trade them after 2 years. It's not somebody. Look, at the end of the day, I get the concept. I get the concept. If you really like Frank, if you really like Knox, if you really like the players you drafted, and you really want them around great players, is what I'm trying to say. A lot of people are just, when it comes to like free agent, they just look at it as, oh no, he's gonna take minutes away from Frank. How was that good? Oh, he's gonna take minutes away from Knox. How is that good? It's not. It doesn't work like that. That's not how it works. It works look, if Charlotte's willing to put Miles Bridges, somebody who they drafted, and they're willing to have him come off the bench to see Gordon, so that Gordon Hayward is gonna start there, it proves to you that players learn from better players around them.
Yeah.
That's how players learn.
And people have got to get out of, we don't know what happened behind the scenes of why Gordon wanted to leave. We don't know. We weren't there. You weren't there. When I mean you, I mean the guys in the chat. You weren't there. So we don't know what happened, behind the scenes. Maybe he was jealous. But for a time, it was working out for. Was it only 1 year or 2 years that he was there? Was it 2 years?
2 years.
Yeah,
2 years.
For a time, they got to the playoffs. They got deep in the playoffs.
You don't think that Miles Bridges eventually is not going to get jealous? Absolutely, he's going to get jealous. So look, but I bet you he will play much better though, and that's the point. He is going to learn how to play better. I saw some clips. Gordon Hayward is shooting it up with LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball, I hear, was coming into the rookie season, a streaky shooter, can't shoot for nothing. Miles Bridges also, I have to look at Miles Bridges' numbers, but long story short, of course you expect these players to get jealous, but they're gonna get jealous and they're gonna get better. Right now, Kevin Knox could get jealous. How much better can he get? I don't know. That's not too many people in front of him that is really that much better to get that he has to
See, the thing with Kevin Knox has the size, he has the wingspan, and from what I've saw from him in this, in the summer leagues and even in his first year, he has all the tools. I think he took a step back once he saw that he was not going to be the starter, that Morris took that place, and I think it was an ego to his confidence. I truly, honestly believe that.
But look at Miles Bridges. Same thing is happening to him. This is not something new. This is not.
No, it's with these young players that expect.
Yes, now you're talking. Now you're talking.
The starters,
you made a great point. You see, Marcus. Everybody was so upset about Marcus Morris taking minutes away from Knox. But look now, Charlotte spent $30 million, and even a Miles Bridges, who's look at his stats. You can go to Basketball Reference and look at his stats. Has good stats, and still is more valuable for him to come off the bench and have a veteran in front of him that can play the position better in front of him, so that he starts to become that guy.
Yeah,
that's how it works in this league. It's not personal. This is how it goes. It's not that the Knicks are doing things backwards. They are fundamentally. It is right. You want a veteran in front of you who knows how to play the game, and you want Knox to learn how to play the game, and then in this, that, and the third. I don't want.
Yeah, and a lot of these. All right, a lot of these. I'll say top 5, top 10 draft picks. A lot of them assume or expect to be starting to be starters when they first come in.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they got to understand. I think the only one that probably got it, I keep going back to my man, is Frank. He probably knew that he wasn't going to be, the quote unquote starter, that he was going to. I mean, he could strive for it. But he probably knew that he wasn't going to be a starter. But I think everybody else, like Knox, he probably thought that, I'm coming to a Knicks team. I definitely, can start. And for a time he was, but then management, wanted to go another way a little bit. And this is where I blame Fizdale as well, because if you so believe in this kid, then in my opinion, I think you would have, left him, you would have kept him on there, because Morris was already coming off the bench on other teams.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, and the same thing, like you said, that's a top-down approach thing. Like I said, and that, not to get off subject, but it's another thing that kind of tripped me out with the Knicks is just this. We don't know what the Knicks told that kid, coming into his draft. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have told him, hey, bro, you're going to be the perennial 3 for the next, 30 years. You ain't going to ever have to worry about, nobody taking your position. And I'm not saying that, that was good with him being complacent in that. But again, in your mindset as an 18-year-old kid, if you knowing my job has my back and they're going to support me, they're going to do whatever it takes for me to be successful. In the very first glimpse of, because to me, I love RJ, but I don't believe RJ was the right pick that year. I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I hate to say it,
that's another.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep it about Knox. Just keep it about Knox. No, I want to keep it about Knox.
Right, keep it up. Right, but I'm talking. I'm keeping it about Knox, but I'm talking in a whole. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at it from the whole point of view.
But
when you drafted RJ, you draft Knox, then you draft RJ. That very next year.
Hey, real quick, Gilmo's trying. Legion of Knicks podcast is trying to get in. Is there a way that we can?
I think Freezy got to be the only person letting him in.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, real quick.
I want to talk to Bun. I want to talk to Bun though. I
want to finish real quick, and I'll let you burn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and forth with you.
Right. What I was saying was just this is just the fact of, again, we don't understand what they truly promised them. And you are right. Again, we talking about business. So again, we can't sit up here and say, hey kid, you can sulk in your, in your sorrows for not starting. I respect that. But what me and Cornerstone Kev is saying, and which is true, like, bro, the man stole minutes from the kid. Like, the kid still hasn't got the true burn that he deserves to get to truly play ball.
Okay, so, but answer me this question: why did Charlotte go spend 30 minutes? You let's go to Basketball Reference. Let's look at Miles Bridges' numbers, and answer me, why did they go spend $30 million on Gordon Hayward?
Because honestly, Jordan is stupid. I'll just be honest with you.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Bro, yes, okay, hold on. You asked me a question. Let me explain. Hold on, let me explain to you. Because to your points, you was right. Early, everything you were saying, I was listening to you. I feel you on that. I feel you. Because again, you can learn from a veteran player. I really believe that.
You learn from stars. You learn from stars, man. This is a star. You got to learn from stars.
No, not necessarily. So no, I wouldn't even say that, because again, everybody didn't learn from stars. Like, I mean, you can learn from a star, but everybody who's matured in the NBA didn't learn from a star, bro. They may have learned from a veteran player who taught them how to play, how to prepare, and all of that. You right. I believe that. And Knox does need that. Don't get me wrong. Knox does need that.
Okay, so then a top 100 player. Okay, a top 100 player. Then you got to learn from a top 100 player. And Gordon Hayward is. Why did Jordan? Okay. Look at Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges is averaging 12, 5. I can't look at the number. Can somebody look at the numbers? I don't want to. I mean, I could check, but I'm in the conversation. But Miles Bridges is having good numbers, and still Jordan and Mitch Kupchak still went out to go get Gordon Hayward. Why they went after him?
My question to you is why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't you go get Gordon Hayward in Charlotte's position? You got money, you got the minutes on the bench. So it, like you said, it wasn't like, oh, I can't see why they took him. But if you look at their roster and where they're going, does Gordon Hayward truly move the needle? No, he doesn't. For their team, he doesn't. Will he be able to teach the kids?
Gordon Hayward on the Knicks, would he done good for the Knicks or no?
From a team standpoint or teaching the kids? What are you asking me?
Maybe a combination of both. That's a good question, Bun. I want to listen to Bun. I want to listen to Bun real quick.
Okay.
I want to listen.
And I know Guillermo got some smoke too.
I want to listen to your take for a minute.
Okay, real quick, what I was going to say is I really believe Gordon Hayward, how many games Gordon Hayward helped us win? 3 to 5? So again, we go from 22.
What about the development of Knox and Obi and everybody else? Would they have been better around a Gordon Hayward?
I would be a lie to tell you nothing would rub off on them. I would be a lie if I said that. No, I can't say that. But do I truly believe that he makes the Knicks better for $100 and some million? No, I don't.
I disagree. I'm gonna disagree big time too, man.
But I believe he would help. Don't get me wrong. He would help the kids grow. I'm not saying that, OG. I believe that. Yes, he will. I'll give you all of that because he's a vet. He's a guy who knows the game. He can teach things.
A lot of people don't respect the players who know the game. These Knicks fans think that these Knicks fans want to go the $5 million route and let's just give the players minutes and they should know it all. That is one of the worst.
But I'm not overpaying either.
All I hear from Knicks fans,
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for my. If I really am pro Frank, if I'm really am pro DSJ, if I'm really pro Kevin Knox, if I'm really pro Obi Toppin, I gotta put Gordon Hayward, CP3, whatever I can. If I got the money, I'm gonna get the best player available. That's it. I need players who know what they do. A lot of the fans, they just want these players to get minutes, and they're gonna watch them fail.
Yeah, but hold on. Can I just say something real quick? God, you gotta stop doing this. You literally pick a subset of Knicks fans, and you make an argument, and then you try to say all like the majority. Oh, I'm here. Bro, all I see on Twitter are Knicks fans saying we need to get a star. When Thibodeau said, yo, we need
not
to.
The summer,
motherfuckers went crazy, Guillermo. Everybody went crazy yesterday.
People were happy that Thibodeau said, yo, like, we could be aggressive and blah, blah, and get a star. What the hell are you talking about? Like,
no, not this summer. You talking about this summer? This summer?
The Hornets are not a well-run franchise. They get fortunate by getting picks like LaMelo Ball or getting guys who are decent players, right? I give them credit for at least picking decent players.
Kemba Walker? What about Kemba Walker?
They have to overpay for a guy like Gordon Hayward, who is not a superstar. He is not, because of the injuries, right, that have sapped him of some of his athleticism. He's not that guy. Can he get back to it? Maybe. One thing he does still well is that he spaces the floor and he's a smart, heady player. So does he fit for that team? Would he fit for the Knicks? Yes. Is he worth getting for $30 million a year?
No.
So hold on. Let me ask. Can I answer that? Can I answer that?
It's not about getting bumped. Yes, it is about fit because what people think is people think. Hold up. People think that getting a whole bunch of stars that's going to make the team good, or getting a bunch of so-called talented players that makes the team good. Now, me personally, after Tony Kroos, and I'm giving credit to Tony Kroos, once he said, "Yo, get a guy like CP3," and he's making it seem that at the time OKC would have given up as a salary dump. I'm like, yeah, I'll get that. I'm not giving up a lot of ask for him. CP3 comes in, makes every play around him better, sets up the foundation for your offense, is the last pure point guard in the game. Yes, that's a fit and that's talent, right? It's not just everything in a vacuum. Oh, if you don't want to get this guy, you don't want talent. No, again,
that's true. I believe that. Yeah, I believe that.
If you're getting Gordon Hayward at $30 million a year,
I believe a lot. If you don't get a star, if you're not putting talent around these young kids, you're setting them up for fail. That's what I believe. That's irresponsible.
That's not. Again, the Knicks have gone out. They try to get Fred VanVleet. They try to get Gordon Hayward. Right? It didn't work. So what do you? The fact that we didn't get them is the fact that Knicks fans don't want them. That doesn't make any sense. When the majority of Knicks fans have been saying, let's make a trade for these guys? Why do you think that Kevin Knox, DSJ, Frank are always on the burner? Because fans are like, and fans of the organization, well, not I say organization, fans are like, yo, get these bums out of here. We want talent. So who you're picking from subsets of like Twitter?
I'm talking about. I was referring to. Look, when I bring up Gordon Hayward, I bring up Gordon Hayward before. I also bring up Russ. Did I bring Russell Westbrook, Kev? Earlier, did I mention Russell Westbrook? Did I mention? I was talking about this summer. A lot of in this summer, when it comes to players, stars, everybody was held to the no. IT held to the no. Any player, people are so obsessed about fit. It's not about fit no more. It's about making sure that Frank is learning with a star player. It's about DSJ learning about stars.
Since you love Randle so much, right? Randle gives you 18 and 10. Why are the Knicks still losing so badly? If it's not about fit, why is Randle 18 and 10 not leading to more wins?
Are we talking about development or are we talking about wins right
now? No. You said talent. You said forget about fit. So if the talent is
I don't care about fit. I care about development. I'm talking development. Ask Kev. Ask Beans.
Okay, so in what way? Because so how does it? This doesn't make any sense. How can you eschew fit and then talk about development? Fit is a major component when you're bringing guys to play off of somebody else for their development. For example, if I bring in a guy like say I want RJ Barrett to become a better shooter, right? Okay, bring in Westbrook because Westbrook drives and kicks out, right? And I want RJ Barrett to have a lot more chances to shoot, right? That's in that context. I'm not vouching for Westbrook, but in that context, Westbrook fits because you want RJ Barrett to have more kick out opportunities on the perimeter, which is catching the perimeter and shooting a shot. That is fit. Now, if Westbrook doesn't do that,
can I respond to that real quick? A lot of people were saying about Russell Westbrook. Oh, let's not have Russell Westbrook because he probably may not be a good fit around RJ. That's a fit that I was angling about more.
Well, yes, that if you watch Westbrook's game again, what Westbrook does, to tell you the truth, Westbrook does best playing with another really good player with him. He is not a lead point guard in that sense. Is he athletic? Yes, he's uber athletic, right? Uber exciting to watch. But his only real assists really come from either pick and roll with Adams or dribble drive kick out, right? He's not a guy who's going to set up offense. He's not a high IQ player. You talk about low IQ in the Knicks. You need high IQ ball handlers to get these guys in proper position and getting the ball. Westbrook is not that. Westbrook is talented, yes. And think about this. Westbrook's best year was when? His most recent best year was what? Last year with the Rockets, right? What was he doing? Was he the lead point guard in that team? No, or was it Harden?
I think Harden. Like I said, Harden. I think Harden is the main point guard of that team.
Right. So okay. So that if that's the case, Westbrook's best year was not him being the so-called lead point guard. Not to say he doesn't have great years. I'm not of the fan of those straight triple doubles, whatever. Great player or great talent. I'm giving him credit. But again, when we talk about getting players better on this team, talent and fit do matter. Because you mentioned Randle. Who was Randle mentored? Who was Randle made better on this team? There are things that Randle could teach. If Randle being down low, playing down low, he could teach Mitchell Robinson those things. Better footwork on offense. He could teach him those things. Mitchell Robinson's footwork has not gotten better. It's non-existent on offense.
I think with Nerlens Noel, I expected to get his game to get better.
But to your point, Nerlens Noel's not this top end talent. You said that Nick saying that, oh, we should get these $5 million cheap guys.
No. We're talking from point guard to small forward. We're talking point again. Beans is talking about IT. I'm talking about Russ. I'm mentioning Westbrook. I even threw in John Wall, CP3, Fred VanVleet.
Okay, put like this.
We're talking about that.
Guys, no one wants to come to New York. The Knicks can't get those guys because they don't want to come to New York, right? There's a guy like Alec Burks who shoots well from the corner three. Make a guy like DSJ who is still trying to figure himself out. Does he make his game a little bit easier in theory?
No, I look. I'm talking about this last summer trading for players who are good, like a Russell Westbrook, possibly even John Wallace. I don't know. I haven't studied really John Wallace's game like that. But again, look,
John Wallace,
not John Wallace, John Wall. Oh, John Wall. John Wall. Anybody. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna keep him until his contract ends, but it's okay to trade him and then have him for a year, and then say the following year you trade him to another team, and that's it.
Yeah, that's cool, but I'm big on Kyle Lowry thing. I ain't gonna hurt you. I've been hearing a lot of good Kyle Lowry points. I'm sold.
I want Kyle Lowry too. Like we need to get somebody, and we need.
It's also a lot of these guys don't want to come here. The thing with this regime, right? When you have so many bad regimes and so many bad owners, right? It doesn't matter about New York. It doesn't matter. No one cares about this stuff. These guys, they come to New York, do a little fashion thing. They don't get some IG, smuts. They don't care. They're in and out. They don't really give a damn about the New Yorker law. All that stuff is played out to them, right? You have to establish integrity with your front office and coaching staff. If you don't do that, especially with these guys they're in college for 1, maybe 2 years, they're not really here to so-called build and work. They're here to try to win as quick as possible, or get the money and get the bag and be good. And
there's a lot of criticism in New York. That's what it is too. A lot of criticism.
Too. Like our fans rub. How many players you think want to play for the Knicks, bro? With the fans that we got, bro, we will torture kid. Like, I mean, so the landscape has to change in New York, bro. We have to change. Like I was saying earlier, Guillermo right. He right.
Once the front office gets into look, if Tom Thibodeau leads this team to 35 wins, right? Take RJ Barrett out of it, because I think he's gonna have a decent year, regardless. Or at least he's gonna project. He looks like he project. Even if he doesn't have a great year efficiency wise this year, he looks like one of those guys, like he's a self-starter. Guys looking at New York be like, nah, RJ Barrett's a dog, right? Say if Kevin Knox improves, give me Kevin Knox, give me Frank, give me Mitch. If those 3 guys take a big step up because of Tom Thibodeau's system, right? Guys are going to look at here and be like, yo, because remember, even though I think that 1 year before Melo came here, that Knicks team with Wilson Chandler, Mozgov, Landry Fields,
they was hooping.
Everybody was looking at him like, yo, who is this? Not to say that the Knicks were going to even beat anybody, but they were trending at 7th to 8th, right? And they were going in and out 9th, 10th. They were hooping. So again, Melo was looking at it like, yo, okay, but he's dumb because he forced it. He should just came in the next year where he would have had all those parts. But that's a story for another day, right? If you bring integrity to a team, look at the Bulls team that he had, right? That Bulls team once Derrick Rose fell down. What did he have? 50 wins 1 year? When Rose fell, I might be wrong. Someone correct me. So again,
it was like 50-something, 52, 54 wins. Yeah.
Right after Rose got hurt, right?
Yep.
Right. So you again, a guy, Ralph, is not about. I agree with you. You have to find a way to bring in talent. But if you don't build up that integrity with your coaches in your front office, people don't want to come here.
Yeah, but I'm upset. I'm with you. Look, I don't disagree with you, Guillermo, because at least in the summertime, when you said when we could get a Russell Westbrook, that's true. You were pro getting Russell Westbrook, but I feel like there was a
sorry, not to cut you off, just to make sure. I was pro Russell Westbrook if we weren't giving up a lot of picks for him.
I agree with you. Me too. Me too. Me too. Yes,
right? So.
I agree. Look, I agree with the same thing. I'm not trying to give up the whole farm and everybody, because I'm trying to keep. Long story short, everybody is obsessed with contracts and doesn't want a big contract. I just want to lay it. I disagree with the whole philosophy about not bringing in a big contract. We got to take in we need a big contract right now, a big contract player.
I don't think nobody is. I hate to cut you off, but I don't think I ain't gonna say nobody. I'm not opposed to bringing in a big contract, much like we were talking about with the Westbrooks, with the John Wall. Like me personally, I like whatever it would have took. I would have brought John Wall in, even at $160, $80 million. Like you said, we understand the inflation of the NBA contracts. That's something we cannot control. But with me and Guillermo, and I don't know if I'm speaking for you, Guillermo, but what I'm saying was Gordon Hayward at $15 million, $20 million, I would have paid him. $30 million, no.
He was getting 30. No. Okay, cool. Okay, got you. But he was getting 30 before he got this 30. He was getting 35 from Boston. I just want to remind you guys.
That's my point. That is our point. Boston didn't want to pay him anymore. So if Boston wasn't going to pay you 35?
No, it's not that they didn't want to pay him. They don't need to pay him no more. They're paying Jason Tatum now.
Either way you look at it, bro. Either way you look at it.
Look, did you see in the NBA, if you're a $30 million player, you're a $30 million player. There's no such thing.
Did you see the year Gordon Hayward had the last year he had with Utah? That Gordon Hayward was a $30 million player, right?
Bro,
but again, here's the thing with the Celtics. They didn't know that Jaylen Brown was going to be this good. Then they got Tatum, right? They had so many. It was an embarrassment of riches, right, for that team. If Gordon Hayward did not get hurt and he didn't have all that talent on that team, he would probably look like a $30 million player. You can't. Again, the injuries, no one projected that. You can't project injuries.
Right.
Once those things happen, you saw Gordon Hayward's game. Not to say he can't come back, but he's not moving the same like how he did when that last year with Utah. That last year with Utah, he's looking like a top 10, if not top. I would say top 5. I don't remember the time, but at least a top 10 shooting guard. Gordon Hayward now. Well, put it like this. The Hornets have to do that because they can't get other players outside of the draft. They have to overpay for Gordon Hayward. So that $30 million is an inflated number. It's not
especially right now in the free agency market where, again, there wasn't many free agents that fit their team or fit their timeline. Right. So technically they needed Gordon Hayward. Like we could use Gordon Hayward, but we don't need him. We didn't need Gordon Hayward. We could use him, but we didn't need him.
Again, I'm just. You guys make great points. I can't disagree with the points you made, but if I can get him, I'm gonna get him. Get him.
Jason made a good point. Sorry, coach. You said there's a difference between owning him $35 for 1 year and paying him $30 million per the next 4 years.
You don't have to keep him for the whole 4 years.
But how do you get rid of him?
You can trade him.
Nobody's gonna trade for that dude.
And this is my problem, Bun. Everybody thinks you can't trade nobody. Yes, you could. A player like Gordon Hayward.
Well, yeah, we could. But you talking about giving away the Dallas pick, giving away all them second-round picks.
No. Let me finish. John Wall. Even if we trade for him, you could keep him for 1 season. You could trade him even with a torn Achilles. You could still trade.
You have to trade him.
Disagree with that philosophy. I feel that's the problem.
Bad contracts, God. You're flipping bad Okay, so you have Gordon Hayward. You don't want him after 1 year, right? First and foremost, you trying to trade him after 1 year lowers his trade value because, okay, he failed in New York. He's so bad.
They would have fleeced us.
That's the problem.
Washington would have fleeced us.
That's the problem. Look. We just literally saw Russell Westbrook get traded for a torn Achilles, John Wall. In this league, you could still trade Gordon Hayward. You could still trade John Wall. It's not. I don't think this is not Joakim Noah. This is not Joakim Noah no more. And people need. I feel like people.
He kind of is. 30 years old, bro. How many more seasons can Gordon Hayward?
That's all PTSD. That's all PTSD. John Wall could be traded. Gordon Hayward could be traded. That's all PTSD from Joakim Noah.
You're right. They can be traded, but at what cost? At what cost?
The Wizards Rockets traded 2 albatross contracts that neither of them really want. They're trying to make something try to fit. So again, John Wall come up he's trading for Westbrook, a guy that the Rockets don't. And again, you're talking about 2 franchises that aren't model franchises. The Rockets are not a model franchise. They have a guy in Harden who's coming fat, he's freaking at the strip club getting around that pandemic stuff or whatever. He's a freaking head case versus a guy, and you trade Westbrook away from that team for a guy in John Wall who has also had issues with being at the club, alcohol issues, presumably allegedly or with the drug allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Again, these are 2 bad contracts. You're going to have a life of what the Knicks used to be doing, where we're just flipping bad contract for bad contract for bad contract. And you know what happens, God? Wow. Y'all be the same people that complain about we're flipping bad contracts.
We don't have no draft picks.
We have to give up draft
picks. I didn't say traded draft picks.
That draft pick becomes what? Jamal Murray, right? That draft
No. What draft? Wait. What draft pick?
We gave up draft picks. Why? To get rid of bad contracts if we didn't have to get first place.
No. They didn't give up a bad draft pick. A draft pick for John Wall. How many? What was the draft pick for John Wall and Russell Westbrook?
No, it was straight up. It was straight up.
They gave a draft pick. Yeah.
They gave up what?
Washington gave up a draft pick the first round.
Okay. But Washington, they know that they're gonna be in the playoffs. Washington knows they're gonna be in the playoffs. So that's gonna be a late pick anyway.
That's what I'm trying to say. But this is my argument that I'm trying to explain to you is you could trade for John Wall and you could even if you were to sign Gordon Hayward, you could still keep him and you don't have to give up a draft pick. You could possibly even because people need a player of that caliber. A lot of people are rebuilding, so somebody's going to want a Gordon Hayward eventually.
Well, why don't nobody want Julius Randle? Why nobody want Julius Randle? Like, why don't nobody want Julius Randle?
I'm going to answer that.
He got an $18 million contract.
I'm going to answer that question.
We couldn't give that dude away.
Like,
bro.
Let me answer that question because we don't want to give up Julius Randle.
What?
I beg to differ.
Maybe the fans do. Maybe the fans do. Maybe the fans do, but not.
Nah, low key, I think Tibbs like Julius Randle. Low key.
I hope not.
I'm just that's to answer your question.
Julius Randle getting playing time because he got a showcase.
I feel if Tibbs didn't want him here, I think he'd be gone by now. I think he'll be gone.
No, I don't believe that. I don't think, like you said, people understand we are in a screwed up situation. Nobody is going to take Julius off our hands for free.
That's not true. That's not true.
I
disagree. I just happen to disagree.
You don't think the Timberwolves will take him?
No, but you have to showcase Julius Randle. You have to pay him.
Not even the Timberwolves. A couple of teams was interested, man. We ain't gonna say
that. Let me ask this. Marcus Morris, when Marcus Morris was first in the Knicks, right? When he first got signed by the Knicks, right? Initially, when he first got signed by the Knicks, do you think he was gonna get a first round pick for him at the trade deadline?
Nah, he showed up.
That's what they're trying to do with Julius Randle. They're trying to showcase him. Right, get his stats up. If that means, hey, let him play his game as
no, they're trying to develop his game. I think they're developing his pass making. He needs to improve his pass making and needs to continue to improve on his defense.
No, I put like this. You know how kid that point right now about them wanting Julius Randle. If they wanted Julius Randle so badly, right, they would have picked up his option already. Because they don't want him to go back into the market and get even more money or be even more expensive. They would have just picked up the option and say, yo, if you had Ja Morant and Ja Morant say had the same
hold on.
As Julius Randle, and you're like, yo, this boy's a beast. No, we gotta yo, pick up his option. He ain't going back out to market, right?
We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't pick up his option now. We're gonna do like a small.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If we wanted Julius Randle that badly, I'm saying that you would have picked up the option to make sure it's not.
Yeah, you would extend him. We would extend him. That's what Guillermo's saying. We would extend him right now. We would have extended him.
No, if you wanted him,
I know what the summer gonna look like. Think about what you're saying, Prince. Spend them now with that extra 20 instead of looking to see what's gonna come up in the summer.
I'm not saying you Beans. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're 100% right. That is what me and Guillermo is saying. Because if that was the case, why you think they saw? Why you think people like Donovan Mitchell got extensions? De'Aaron Fox got an extension. These guys, they don't want them to go into the market next season.
No, listen.
So you give them an extension now.
Right now, the timing's not right. With the Knicks fans, with the fact, if you listen to the fact. But let me finish.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but do you think Sacramento timing is right? They over the cap space right now, and they still signed De'Aaron Fox.
Yep.
Okay, that's good. They drafted him. That's a good point. Right. They didn't do that.
They don't even want to test them. They don't even think about that. They're like, yo, we're getting relatively good value for him now. Let's just extend him now. We don't even want to play around with that.
They still have time. They're not. Who's rushing it? Who's rushing it? Like, why you have to rush it now?
You want to lock up the guys now. You want to make sure you have the guys under contract. You don't even want to play around because there are players who are like, oh, they haven't signed me yet. All right, screw it. I ain't gonna sign with this team, man. There are players who do that. That if you don't sign them by a certain point, they have a certain way about it. Like, yo, you know what? Screw this, man. I'm out. They don't want to show me blah blah. Some players cap in front. But again, if they wanted Julius Randle for $18 million a year, if they thought Julius Randle was a top 10 power forward in the game, right? At $18 million a year,
he is.
They're gonna pick up that option and make sure he does not hit the market. If they thought he was that valuable,
he is.
But then you got to think about it. This is not the same regime that paid Julius Randle that money.
He is, though. He is worth $18 million.
Leon Rose wasn't here when Julius got that contract, right?
He could still.
Right. He wasn't here.
Hold on.
He wasn't here, so they probably looking at it like, listen, we didn't sign him.
Right, yeah. I agree with that.
Hold on. Right now, Randle is pushing the assist. He's also playing defense and ball movement, and he's taking less shots than RJ. He's playing the right way. If he keeps going the way he's,
that ain't our argument. That ain't our argument. We're not arguing. Is he worth it? That's not the argument. The argument is
Guillermo was making that. Guillermo was making
no, but you bring no. See the thing about you bring no content. You say A, B, and C. A, B. It's like, bro. Again, okay, he has the second highest usage behind RJ Barrett. But again, when you see Randle play as the so-called most talented player on the team, who is he making better around on this team? No one's talking about his production when he's at the back, when he's doing a Brahma ball, and he's right at the back.
He has to make it. He's making his.
The 18-10 doesn't mean Reggie Theus used to put up what 20 and something.
But you're saying we're talking about his contract. You wanted to argue. Did you want to argue about Julius Randle's $18 million that nobody wants? Julius Randle's $18 million contract.
No. What I'm saying with the Knicks, please just hear me. What me and Prince is saying is that if Julius Randle was that, if the Knicks thought he was that valuable, right, that he was that good, right, and they project him to be worth it, they would have picked up the team option. That $18 million to them is like, that is cheap. We have to pick him up because if he goes back out into the market, we most likely won't be able to.
Mid-season. I expect mid-season to probably pick it up.
That doesn't make sense. You try to lock up your talent as soon as possible to stop.
How do that make you feel if you Julius? Like if you Julius and you see all these people getting extensions and you gonna make me wait to the trade deadline? Like, what does that say of us?
You know what?
What does that say to a stay of confidence? Like,
I understand that, Prince, but at the end of the day, we drafted Obi, so you know what time it is.
Exactly. That's what we try to say, bro. That is exactly what we try to say. The proof is on the wall, bro. What they say, the proof is in the pudding. It's on the wall, bro.
So I have a question. Here's my question. So most team options, they're usually picked up early in the season or mid-season. That's my question for you guys.
It depends on your play and what they care about you and how much they care about you. It's your play and how much a team values you as a player. De'Aaron Fox, they ain't even want to let him even think about going into the season without that bag.
They drafted him. I can see that
right now.
No, they drafted him. I mean, come on. Can you give me?
I'm talking about what is he worth? What is he worth to? What is he worth to his team? And what is his worth?
But
it is more than what it would be if we would let him go. That's why he got an extension. That is what me and Guillermo is trying to say about Julius. We're not saying he doesn't have value. We're not saying that he's not worth $18 million. We're saying if the Knicks cared about Julius as much as you think they do, we wouldn't have drafted Obi, and he would have an extension right now. That's all I'm saying.
Here's my question to that. Other than De'Aaron Fox, who other veteran have they picked up their mid, because De'Aaron Fox, I feel like that's not a good example. Donovan
Mitchell got an extension for $195.
Not no Donovan Mitchell either.
You're seeing it from your own subject. It doesn't matter what we think about De'Aaron Fox. It matters what the team thinks.
Hold on. Time out. Joe Harris just got an extension.
That's a good example. That's a good example.
Wait, God, it doesn't matter what we think.
That's a good example. That's a good one.
But it doesn't matter what we. It's the fact that there was talent on the team. The team locked the guy up earlier, right? They locked him up. It doesn't matter what we think about De'Aaron Fox. We can think he's great. We think he's overrated. It doesn't matter. They saw a talent. They threw the bag. Mind you, De'Aaron Fox was saying he was talking about 150. Like rumors that he wanted 150. They gave him 161 or something. They said, no, we're gonna give you.
We're gonna give you more. We're gonna make sure you ain't going nowhere.
Right. You need to be here. It doesn't matter what we think. So again, when you have talent on a team and you think they're that good, you're gonna throw them the bag early so you prevent them from going to the market where their value, they might get more money, or they might be priced out, or they might even be like, because obviously you can offer them the supermax, right? But they might be like, you know what, y'all didn't give me money, Bob. You know these players are divas, so they'll pull something like that. You didn't give me the money. Look what happened with Shaq. With Shaq back in the day. Remember when the Magic didn't throw him the max early? And then they threw him the max really late. He's like, oh, it's too late. I'm already talking to the Lakers, and I want to. So, again, these guys are divas. They'll be out.
I just want to say this quick thing, though, that I want to be mindful that last season wasn't the best season for Julius Randle. Even though statistically it was, it wasn't his best season in terms of chemistry and fit. And I feel like it's possible that the front office may be hesitating because of that.
But okay,
and it could be true. But we just saying that the fact that they are hesitating. If they wanted him, they would have paid him, bro.
But
that's all I'm saying. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Somebody got that video on.
Oh, my bad.
No, someone got the video displayed, so it's like it's echoing.
But it's not like it's a hell no for Julius Randle to be a contract extension. Don't be surprised.
Oh man.
No, we're not saying that either. But again, what does that look like? Again, now you looking.
Damn.
Oh, you cut off, French. You cut off.
Damn.
But again, when you talk about Julius Randle, you said the chemistry and stuff, right? Taking the ball, and again, I'm not saying Frank is great, right? But taking the ball out of Frank's hand during a technical foul, is that on anybody else but Julius Randle with the chemistry stuff? You know what I mean?
Leon Rose, like, bro, do you know?
We look at Julius Randle in a vacuum and say, well, he's put up 18 and 10. There's more to basketball than you put up 18 and 10, right? Your style of play is either conducive or not conducive to the team winning, right? And again, I'm not one of these people saying we don't need talent. We do need talent, right? But let's stop being bottom feeders and saying anybody that gives us 18 and 10, we can make it work with those guys. No, we cannot.
But right now, look, again, the only thing that's holding the extension back was last season. I think Julius Randle's going to prove him right. Contract extension.
Why? Okay, but why? Is you just saying off give me the evidence that shows you that Julius Randle's game is becoming more conducive to winning when he had boneheaded plays he made last year, bro.
He's passing the ball more. He's trusting more. He's playing better defense. There's more effort. There's more effort and better effort.
For the dunk right in his face without even giving him any resistance. This same Julius Randle, and yes, he did make a few better passes, but he's still making the same bullheaded turnovers. He's still calling for the ball on inbound plays when the other team scores. Like, dogs, get your butt on the block. We literally had a conversation. I don't know if it was here on MBK where people were complaining that Julius Randle's play. That I think it was on here. I think it was on Barnes Tears where Rob was talking about the point guards need to be calling for the ball from Julius Randle, right? Okay, that's true. But on the flip side, Julius Randle's a one. He should be cognizant and be like, yo, why am I trying to take up the ball like I'm a point guard? That's not it's not conducive to us winning. Let me get the ball to the point guard. Let the point guard operate. Let me put the confidence in Frank, DSJ, Peyton, Austin Rivers. Let me put it in their hands and let's have a more conducive style.
What Frank should be doing, is shooting the ball more. That's the only thing that Frank needs to do. Shoot the ball.
Talk about Julius Randle. Julius knows that his game, that parts of his game are not conducive to winning. It's also up to him to say, hey, it's not up to the front to say, hey, Julius Randle, can you please just get rid of the ball a little bit more? Blah, blah. Yes, the coaching staff can do that, but if Julius Randle knows he's doing that, he needs to stop doing it himself. Julius Randle's not a baby.
Improve. He needs to improve. I say he needs to improve.
The Knicks won 21 games last year, so they win 21 without Randle.
No. I'm not saying Julius Randle's the only.
Good point, Chuck. Hey, good point, Chuck.
I'm not saying why the Knicks lost. I'm not saying Julius Randle is not he's not even 50% of the reason why the Knicks lost. But he's one of the reasons why the Knicks weren't as good as they could have been. And I'm not saying the Knicks were going to be that good, but Julius Randle just does not fit the team. We look at it 18-10. We look at it in a vacuum. Again, I'm not saying Julius Randle's a bum. He might go to another team and do well. I was even saying on the court get better. It's not a bum player, but come on.
Hey, Chuck, can I ask you a question?
There's no
hey, Chuck, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead,
Chuck. Let me ask you a question, Chuck. Mm-hmm. Hey, how can a guy with that much talent not be a fit for a team that won 21 games? Wait a minute. And first, is our roster set yet with the guys that we gonna have going forward? I just need to know because I heard Legion of Knicks and nothing but Knicks last night go in on Julius Randle
Well, you're missing the question. You have to answer it. Why are you on the Chuck? I'll kill the question right now. I'll kill the question right now. If you're talking about team development,
I was asking you.
It's my dart, but he's going. All right, ask Chuck. I'll kill Chuck later. Now you put it on Chuck.
You don't want none. You don't want none. Okay, Freeze. All right. What him and Sim was saying made no sense. There is no core.
None.
The Knicks don't have a core for anybody to fit into. You know,
right?
It's not like. First of all, he's their best player. They need to fit around him.
Right.
You can't say Randle don't fit with Mitch. Who's Mitch? You got they don't have nothing to fit into. They still building. They don't have a structure. They don't have a style of play yet. So how you going to say he don't fit? You got to have a style. You got to have a system that he's going out of for him not.
Amen, brother.
Okay, kill yourself. All right. So if Randle is taking possessions, right? And I'm not talking about when it fits. I'm not talking about if Randle catches on the block. If Randle, look, we're talking about complementary basketball, right? People think that if you just put any player with such and such player, you're supposed to win automatically. We know plenty of teams where they put talent together and it doesn't fit. Again, no one's saying Randle is a bum in itself, that he's talentless. But when you're talking about a whole bunch of young players. What do you do with young players to get their confidence up, right? You get them easier possessions, right? Higher probability possessions. This is why CP3 and Randle, to me, not say they're night and day, but CP3 is a good example of getting talent that fits the team. He's going to get Mitchell Robinson easier looks, build up his confidence. Now you can run sets where, okay, Mitchell Robinson got his confidence up. He's averaging 10, say 12 points a game. Let's get him on the block. Let's see what we can do on the block. Let's operate from there, because we know that at the very least, if things don't go right, Chris Paul's going to go back and get him looks. When we talk about common basketball, didn't Chris Paul get SGA, who was a talented player? Didn't he get him to elevate his game a little bit even more last year? A team that had a 4% chance to go to playoffs. They got there because of what? CP3 and his complementary play. Julius Randle to our players. And again, we have a lot of young players who are not that good, right? Or who have not shown to be good. So I'm not caping for them. They've been bums, right? But Julius Randle's style of play is not complementary to these guys getting any better. If he's taking shots away from ball handlers, we talk about point guards, right? You said DSJ. Oh, your boy DSJ, right? When Randle's in the game, taking the ball away from DSJ, right? That's less of development time for DSJ, right? Your boy, right? That's taking the ball out of DJ's hands, right? A guy who needs the ball in his hands to be effective, that's taking the ball out of his hands so he can have experience. I need to operate a double team versus having Julius Randle there doing his Brahmable thing and DSJ's just out there on the perimeter doing nothing, right? This is what I'm saying. I killed Chuck. This is Chuck's third death. He has 6 more lives, bro.
What are you talking about? You hold on.
Go ahead.
You 0 for 8 against me, something like that.
I know.
And this point right here, I think Chuck is outclassing Legion of Knicks right here on this Randle thing.
All the time.
Of play. If Randle's not complimenting to your players, how are your players going to get looks to develop and be better? If people are just staying on the perimeter, I'm not saying they do this all day. But think about this. Julius Randle had a pass. He was in the post, got double teamed. He saw Reggie Bullock, right? He made the cross-country pass to, I think it was Frank or whatever, right? Thank God it got there. But save the pass was stolen. That's a low IQ, low probability play of success, right? That opportunity of getting to a guy like Bullock, who would probably then get it to Frank, right? That means, okay, we have a system where we know once it's hot potato, right? The ball moves faster than the player, right? We get it out, right? That's a style. That's a system we can have where we get Randle on the post. He attracts the double team. We kick it out to the perimeter. Maybe you get a Alec Burke, whatever, in that corner to hit those threes once it gets around to him. You just mentioned system and style of play. That's system and style of play. But Julius Randle breaks that by making boneheaded plays. Now you don't have that play anymore. That play doesn't exist. So how can you develop that identity if Julius Randle's taking away those chances of that style, of that exhibition of system or whatever from happening? How does that happen?
Hey Chuck, you mind if I answer this time?
Huh?
Chuck, you mind if I answer this time, or you want to go again?
Go ahead. I'm gonna kill both of you. I got scores, man. I'm going.
One second. One second.
I'm going straight to the Method Man video. Let's go.
Hey, I'm gonna give him a stomach shot. Then you go to the head and put him to sleep.
Done.
Damn. You said CP3 would get Mitch easy shots, right? CP3 would get Randle easy shots. That's what a point guard does.
Hold up. The argument would be, hold on. Before you do the overrated, the argument would be Julius Randle because I'm comparing Randle to CP3. I'm not talking about CP3. I'm talking about if you had CP3 on the team, His play is complementary to players, even if they're not that good. Randle's game is not complementary to players who are not necessarily that good.
Okay.
That's the argument. So you lost that.
I know. I know. No,
like you just don't care. I don't know what the hell you got.
Oh yeah, that's hey, you gotta let us. You gotta let us respond though.
Yeah, that's
played it patiently while you do your thing.
Yeah, that's the point I was going at.
Freaky, because you just want to win.
Go
ahead. I didn't cut you off.
Yeah, that too.
It's CP3. CP3 is a point guard. That's his job to get others involved. That is not Randle's job.
Okay, fair enough.
Randle's not the floor general of the team.
Okay,
he's not responsible to get Mitch looks and to get RJ looks.
Now you CP3 then. I take back CP3. That example. If you had Jokic on this team.
Well,
exactly. No.
He's a point center.
Jokic is a way better player than Randle. Agreed, right? But you can't
he's a point center though.
Right. But you can't sit here and tell me that Randle can take tenets of Jokic's game, which is his court vision and his passing, even on a lower level. I'm not saying it's going to be as high.
Skill set. Whole different.
Everybody ain't blessed with that, though, man. Everybody ain't blessed with that.
That's not fair. He got a whole.
That's a lie. When AD was out, when AD got hurt for the Pelicans that last year with Randle was playing. Why do you think Fizdale thought Randle could play the point forward position? Because he was doing it with the Pelicans, and they only had Drew Holiday as talent. Go back to those games. He was running point forward effectively at many times that he has not done with the Knicks. So that's a lie. Not saying you're lying, but that's not true that he can't do at least 30% of Jokic does, regards to passing facilitating. Randle's just a selfish player. Randle, and the thing about it, it's not even the fact of Randle having to be like Jokic, right? Make the right basketball play. Forget about assists and that stuff. When you see the double team coming, why would you turn? Why would you wait for the double team to come, turn into the baseline and make the ridiculous LeBron James skip pass on the baseline to the other corner? That's a low probability flash play that if it works, it looks great. But it is not good basketball, especially when you don't have the talent to do it. LeBron James could do it because LeBron James is a physical freak. But you're talking about a Randle who literally looked off players. Forget about when he looks off players on simple plays because he wants the assist.
I got you. You pounded your point home like Christopher Darden and Marshall Clark. I got you. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You said complimentary play, right? Complimentary play, right? Like, why is Julius Randle not passing the ball so that they can have complimentary play, right? The thing is in complimentary play, you got to have players that reciprocate. You got to have players that play at a high level. You can't pass that ball to Kevin Knox, who's 1 for 6. You know what I'm saying? You can't pass that ball to dudes that you know you can't. Why am I passing that ball out to Alfred Payton in the corner? Why?
Because you know why?
For him to shoot? The thing is with a. Just let me finish this. The thing is we know for a fact we know this for a fact. When Julius Randle has the basketball in his hands, he is an effective offensive player. He kicks that ball out to Frank Ntilikina, who is not an effective offensive player, or Alfred Payton, or DSJ. We have to legit look at this thing for real. Those dudes don't put up 20 and 10, right? You gotta let your stars eat, or your best player eat. You know what I'm saying? The thing, if the other guys were averaging at least 15 and something, then we can dig it. But you're talking about dudes that average 5 points a game. You want me to take the ball out of Randle's hands and give it to a dude that averages 5 points a game on poor shooting? It makes no sense.
Freezy, you guys we've talked about this all the time. When Randle makes the right basketball play, right, and those guys do not execute, it is no longer on Randle. He's giving them the look. It is now on the team, right? Because we still have to see what you have. And again, I'm not sitting here caping for them, right? You still have to see we have a Knox, DSJ, Frank, all the young guys, right? If you don't give them the looks, right, how can the team properly assess whether those guys fit in the system? Now, if those guys cannot make the shot, now you go. No, hold up. Now you draft for their position. You bring in free agents for their position, and that's what Thibodeau has done. He brought in veterans that can at least do it on a base level, right? He brought in Alec Burks, right? He brought in Nerlens Noel, right? Now those guys, they may not do it at superstar level, but if the rookies can't do better than them, then obviously they're going to be able to do it. So now Randle has to make those private passes to those guys. Once Randle makes a pass, it's out of his hand. But if Randle does not make the pass, he messes up the system. It's a machine. You get to step from A to B. If A to B works well, okay, now we go to C. Now, if C doesn't work well, now how can I discern whether D and E and F, those parts work well? I can't. If Randle is effing up, I cannot. No matter how talented he is.
I think this point is way stretched. I think this is pure hate on Randle and not logical basketball. We legit are saying get the ball out of Randle's hands and give it to Elfrid Payton. Are y'all serious? No, and the chat is co-signing this. The chat is like, yeah, let Elfrid Payton be our leading scorer. Man, y'all are bugging. We want Frank to sauce it up. Are y'all serious? Frank has never rebound and go on coast to coast and got a dunk. But y'all want him to legit be our second leading scorer? Kick that ball out the net. You can't shoot. I mean, come on. What are we even talking about? My man is legit 20 and 10. Y'all saying take the ball out of his hands and give it to a dude that y'all know can't score. What are we even talking about?
Julius Randle has a high probability score. When Julius Randle's on the block, when Julius Randle's driving straight to the basket, we want that to happen. No one said we don't want that to happen. Those are his high probability scoring play. Do you see the play?
You said complimentary. You said the word complimentary.
Okay, Freezy. When he has the ball in his hands at the top of the key, he's acting like he's a point forward. That's not complimentary basketball, but he does it a lot. Julius Randle, if he was on the block a lot more, how do you have 18 points and still be putting up putting minuses up for the game, right? Julius Randle, when he does
that's what the haters. My man did not average 18. My man averaged 20. But the haters legit try to shame Julius Randle at every turn. The haters be like, yo, my man averaged 16 points a game. No, he didn't average 16 points a game, dog. He averaged 20. Come on. We got to give Julius Randle credit for the stuff he does.
Okay, but no one's okay. You're literally now you're picking on something that has nothing to do with the overall topic. The overall topic is complimentary play. Whether he score 18, 19, 20, whatever, average it out. I don't give an F. What we're saying is that him being at the top of the key, dribbling the ball, losing the ball with needless turnovers, that's not complimentary ball.
That's lack of point guard play. That's lack of point guard play.
Okay, Chuck.
It forces him to do too much. It forces him to try to do too much because of the lack of point guard play. That don't fall on him
because you can't be complimentary.
Yes, it does.
Go ahead. That's coaching and point guard play.
Okay, I don't disagree with the either point, but again, Julius Randle is not effective there either. That's him thinking that, oh, my ego, yeah, I could. These guys suck, I could do it. And no, you cannot do it. Yeah, we need a point guard, but you ain't the point guard. You are not a good. You are not. That's not your game. At least not with the Knicks. Your IQ level is not that high enough. Say what you want about Payne. I'm not talking about Payne regards to him scoring. He's never going to be a leading scorer. But Payne as a floor general is head and shoulders above Julius Randle. Head and shoulders above. Julius Randle does not need to be on the floor.
George Alvernia said 19 is not 20. Hey, George Alvernia,
19.5.
19.5.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. They haters. The haters are out. The Sharks are circling. They hate Randle with passion.
No one hates
Randle.
They hate him.
If the guy has that, it's not that people hate him. If he has that usage, the thing about the funny thing about Randle is not that I don't think is that people hate him because I think is that people look at him. At least me, I look at Randle. Y'all say 20 and 10, whatever he had, right? Randle could be even better if he made smarter plays. That's the annoying thing about him. Randle's not this. He's not a capped player.
Don't put him in position.
If he made smarter plays, he could probably average.
Yo, you said it right, Chuck.
Don't put him in that position. Don't put him in position to overthink stuff.
Okay, all right.
Your organization had 9 months.
That's your point. If they had CP3, if they had CP3, he wouldn't be in that position. He wouldn't have the ball where he'd be having it. If they had a Rondo type point guard.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about Randle? You know what's funny about Randle? All this facilitation you're talking about, right? You could literally have Randle out on the block, right? on the island on the block and have him facilitate from the post. If you want to talk about facilitation, you have a vantage point, right? We don't need him at the top. We don't need him at the perimeter. Let the other guys who can't hit shots, let them look bad. And then now the coaches in the front office have to say, we got to get rid of Frank. We got to get rid of Knox. We got to get rid of such and such because they just can't hit that shot. But Julius Randle's getting out to them. Julius Randle's making the right play each and every time. It's those guys who are not making it. Versus Julius Randle at the top of the key. He tries to spin. He tried in the first game. He tried a spin move at the top of the key, went nowhere. Thank God he didn't lose the ball. This is a guy who, and forget the highlight, the people. He literally has a go-to move where he thinks that spin movement at the foul line on where the perimeter defenses could collapse on him is an effective move. That is a boneheaded, stupid move.
But you keep saying the same thing. I get it. You legit keep saying the same thing, hammering our point home. And I'm glad you're on our team with the Randle love, right? Because listen, here's the thing. If the Knicks were able to play complementary basketball, defenses wouldn't send a double team.
Defenses send a double team because they know that Julius Randle has low IQ out of the double team. And they know he's not going to.
No, they send it because there is no other offensive threat. They send it because if there was an offensive threat, if there was another offensive threat, they wouldn't send a double team at Julius. And Julius still averaged 20 and 10.
And they know that he doesn't pass it. Oh, hold on. They send the double teams at Julius.
Okay, I'll give you some. So here's the thing. If we had Dennis Schroeder and say a Buddy Hield on the floor with Julius, right? Do you think the defense is sending a double team?
Oh, sorry. Say one more time. I apologize for that. Sorry, I was typing.
So if the Knicks had Dennis Schroeder and Buddy Hield, do you think a defense is sending a double team towards Randle?
No, because you have better. You probably have players who get. But again, they probably would say they probably would attack him still until he passes effectively out of the double team. He's a dumb player with those players.
Right, but Julius could. We could see a situation where if Buddy Hield is wide open in front of Julius Randle passes that ball to Buddy Hield for three. I like that situation.
But Julius Randle,
So take Buddy Hield out of that situation and take Dennis Schroeder out of that situation and insert DSJ and Frank Ntilikina. Do you think the defense is going to respect DSJ or respect Frank Ntilikina?
Would they respect Frank Ntilikina and DSJ from that double team? They still have to be set, right? They still, even if they may not respect those guys as lethal threats, right? But if you make the right pass again,
right,
DSJ may not be taking that shot once he curls around on the wing, right? To get to flash to Julius Randle. He might make that pass to a three-point shooter like Burks or Bullock, who can make the open shot. So again, it's not about those guys taking a shot immediately after Randle passes it. It's about it's your defense. Your defense has to reset. And if your defense is, again, I'm not saying any of these guys are 40% three-point shooters, but having a viable 35, 36, 34% shooter open, high probability shots, you do not, again, you don't want to get anybody open looks that can at the very least possibly hit the shot. So yeah, they might not get it, but DJ might swing it around to Bullock, who might swing it around to somebody in the corner, or Burks or whatever, who can hit the three. And now your defense is looking.
Who's the somebody? Who's the somebody? Who's the somebody?
Burks or Bullock. Yes. Viable.
Reggie Bullock looked great. Reggie Bullock looked great Sunday.
No,
Reggie Bullock. Hey, virtual chat. The virtual chat has the Sharks circling for Julius Randle. They are out for blood. They've been losing for so long. They have to pin this losing on somebody, and Julius Randle is the easy target. So we are legit saying Julius Randle won't out to Frank Ntilikina for three.
Okay, you have to be Buddy Hield to hit an open three. That makes absolutely no sense. I've never heard that before. You have to be Buddy Hield.
So say Julius Randle kicks that ball out to Kevin Knox. We're legit saying we want to take the ball out of Julius Randle's hand and give it to Kevin Knox for three.
No,
that's what we're saying.
No, but you have to make the right basketball play to discern whether Kevin Knox is the guy or not. If Kevin Knox is not getting looks Open look. If Kevin Knox is not getting open looks, we complained about Kevin Knox last game. We're taking contested shots, right? If Kevin Knox is not getting open looks, how do we even know a floor with his production? When we have a system that's not even conducive to getting guys that are supposed to be able to shoot threes, not the open looks. If I'm not getting a Kevin Knox, how can I say, yo, Kevin Knox,
we saw them with those open looks. We saw them with those open looks Sunday, and they look good and terrible. They lost to the Detroit Pistons with those open looks.
And
y'all are saying, get the ball out of Randall's hands. Get the ball out of Randall's hands so that we can get Reggie Bullock an open look.
Yes, he's a 3-point specialist. Yes, that's why you brought him on. Why else would you bring him 3-point specialist to have contested threes? You bring him on to have open looks in a system that fits him. Yes. What are you talking about? Buddy Hill hits 40% of three. Think about this, Freezy. If Buddy Hill was the only reason why Buddy Hill is shooting 40-something% plus from three, that is above NBA average. That is exemplary, right? Do you think there are other guys there are guys at the NBA average who are hitting threes who are role players that can hit the three? They're hitting open shots. Maybe when you average it out, maybe they hit open threes at 40%. They hit contested threes at less than that, right? And they average out to 35, 36, right? But you bring on role players to hit open threes, even if they're bum. I'm gonna say he's a bum, but a guy like
wait. Okay. So I dig it. I dig where you're going, because in a natural basketball sense, you have a good point. But what we fail to apply is the Knicks roster. We are using this argument as if dudes on this team can knock down the three. Our 3-point shooting is terrible. Our free throw shooting is terrible. So even if you get the ball out of Randall's hands and pass it around to insert certain Knicks player here, they still miss. It's not like these dudes are money. If I'm Julius Randle, I'm like, yo, do I kick this thing out to DSJ in the corner? Hell no. I'm keeping this thing to see what I can do.
Freezy, or RJ, or give it to RJ.
Freezy, what's a better percentage, 0 or 25?
Yeah, I would say 25%.
So if I have a play, right, where Julius Randle is trying to split and do all this crappy whatever to split out a double team and has a 0% chance of probability, versus I have a shooter who may not be that good right now, and I'm not even saying he's going to project to be good, but there's a 25% probability that he hits a shot. Where am I going to go? The 0% probability or the 25% probability? I'm going to go to 25% probability.
We have to go with the highest probability.
And that's a 25% probability. And you know what I'm going to do? If that 25% probability does not improve during the season, I'm going to go out and get a better option, which might be a veteran, which might be in the draft. But I need to get it to at least that 25% probability and see if I can raise it versus that 0% probability that has a very low chance of raising up. We got to stop doing that play because it just doesn't work. Can I ask Julius? Right. Can I extremes, right? Can I ask Julius Randle to play like Allen Iverson? No, he can't. There's 0% probability of him being effective ISO like Allen Iverson, right? You go with high probability plays. And yes, we have guys who are not that good, but there's a reason why they kept Bullock. There's a reason why they brought on Burks. You're bringing on guys who fit a system. So when I'm implementing that system, I'm getting as many looks at that system or in those open shots to get to guys who can hit it at a high probability. You talked about the Knicks sucking that three, and they did. They were terrible at three last year. I wonder how many open threes did we have last year? If someone could find that out, I don't know the number, but I'd love to see how many open threes. And I'm not blaming it all on Randle. We had no real system. It was the coach was terrible. Fizdale, Miller, Garbaggio to the fullest. A lot of his blame is not on Randle. But when I'm talking about just Randle's game, parts of his game are not complimentary. Again, if he got it on the block and operate from the block or drove straight to the basket, beautiful. I would love that every time. And you know the funniest thing about it? If you had a point guard, right? We talk about how the point guards don't operate as point guards, right? One part of a point guard is understanding where my strengths lie, right? If I could have it where I could just toss it to Julius Randle, right? That's still as base level as it is. That's still effective point guard play because I know Julius Randle has this weak lane on the block. Man, we dumping it to him all day. Then we flash around once he gets a double team. That's effective point guard play. So again, that's complimentary basketball, but Julius Randle has to buy into it, and the players also have to buy into it. And people say,
we have a couple things going on in the chat.
Wow.
So we have a couple things going on in the chat. So I want to keep the virtual chat involved. So the Sharks are circling in the chat. Blood is in the water. They want Julius Randle's head on a spike. They're like, some people in the chat are just like, they want Randle off the team regardless. And then you have a certain section that is saying that we don't have good enough players for Julius Randle to consistently pass the ball to them. And I'm in that group also, right? I'm in that group. I can't see Julius Randle deferring to another dude that does not provide offense, right? And so there's another set that says it's only preseason. We need to let this thing play out. And I think I'm in that camp also. my biggest thing, what I wanted to do, I didn't want to get with you on Randle because I didn't want to get with Legion about Randle, him and Nothing But Knicks, because they're absolutely wrong. I wanted to talk to them about DSJ. This DSJ thing is gone bananas, right? It's to a point now where the hate is so real on Nothing But Knicks that they legit can't say DSJ's name with a straight face without having Murdergram music playing. They legit hate DSJ so bad that they legit that my man can't pass. I heard somebody say when DSJ saw the double team coming, he couldn't back out of the trap and pass the ball earlier. But Frank recognizes the trap 2 years in advance. Frank gets an email that the trap's coming, and so he makes the pass earlier. You know what I'm saying? So I heard Nothing But Knicks say that. Like,
no, none of us said that. You make.
He didn't use those terms. He didn't use those terms, but he was
say that
mighty glowing of Frank's ability to recognize the trap coming.
Don't lie on us, bro. We didn't say that. We did not cape for Frank. We said that DSJ has an issue.
Y'all didn't say. Y'all legit didn't say. Y'all legit didn't say Frank Ntilikina recognized the trap.
Came into the game. Okay, yeah. When we said quickly and Frank, but we weren't saying that. Oh, he's been doing it for the past 2 years. We did not say that. We said when Frank and Quickly came into the game, that I think it was either Quickly or Frank. I can't remember who it was. Where they broke. We were talking about the zone, right? So you're mixing up two things. We said that within the zone where they pass it to, I forgot who was in the middle. And then that guy passed out to the wing, who then passed it back to Obi, who got near the foul line. Then it messed up from there, right? So those are two. We did not say Frank was doing this for the past 2 years, or Quickly wasn't here last year, but we weren't saying that's for the past 2 years.
No. The comment was Frank Ntilikina recognizes the trap earlier than everybody else. That's why he gets the ball out of his hands, and Knicks fans are frustrated because they see Frank pass the ball early.
That was for the past 2 years. Because all I was talking about was DSJ. I don't remember Sim saying that. I don't remember 2 years come out of my mouth where I was saying that Frank doesn't. Maybe I was in the comment section.
No, I didn't say 2 years. I didn't say 2 years. But the point is this: we use a lot of ifs. We use a lot of ifs on Frank Ntilikina and Kevin Knox, but we never use ifs for DSJ. We never. If the thing is, if Frank can get to such and such, if Knox can get to such and such, but when we bring up DSJ's name, it's blood in the water. The sharks are circling. The Jaws music is playing on volume 10. They legit hate DSJ with a passion. I mean, it's like, why Knicks fans are legit like, why does DSJ still have a jersey?
Well, for one,
I'm here to tell you.
For one, there's two. Once you a scapegoat, it don't change until you're off the team. Mm-hmm. So for the past 2 years, it's been Randle, Mosley, and DSJ. Those are the two scapegoats.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now they basically said DSJ wasn't capable of bringing the ball up and passing it without turning it over. And that's what Sim said.
Okay, Sim, not me.
That's what I heard.
That's what Sim said, and I was about to jump through the computer. Now,
right. And that's our guy too, by the way. Say, hey, Nothing But Knicks is my man, 50 grand too, and Legion of Knicks. We just disagree on this. I just think this point here with Randle and DSJ, I just think they see blood in the water, and they hadn't eaten it in like a week and a half. You know what I'm saying? It's like The Sharks are out, and they are out for blood. You know, but the thing is with DSJ is this: if we had shooting to bust us out of those zone defenses, I think think DSJ.
That is garbage. That you guys, I'm sorry, man.
Hold on, Legion. I changed my stance though. I don't know if I told you. I had DSJ 15-6, and I changed it to 9-4. And
I wonder why. Because when you're getting trapped in a high zone up top.
I'm about to tell you why. Because
I'm sorry. I hear you. My bad.
I'll tell you why. Because RJ has become a ball hog, and DSJ opportunities are gonna be dwindled down to nothing. So now
RJ is a ball hog, right? Y'all literally just this is why I love this chat, man. Because Freezy comes on.
No, right? I don't agree. I don't agree. So it's not y'all. It's just Chuck.
I'm gonna kill you now. No. You go down with the rest of the shit. That's what I love about this chat, man. Freezy really thinks he's a Riddler, but Freezy's like the Riddler from the old Batman, where like by like the middle of the episode, Batman already destroyed like the Riddler, and the Riddler's like, oh no, and then he goes back to Arkham Asylum, right? They literally just complained about this team doesn't have talent, right? And I go for Chuck because Freezy didn't say it's about RJ, but they literally just complain about this team not having talent, and they justify the reason why your boy Randle has to chuck. But when RJ Barrett is doing that, that's holding back the rest of the team. That's lack of complementary basketball, which I was talking about before. You see what I'm saying? This is how you defeat these guys.
No.
The words are not consistent. Randle is fucking, right? But when RJ Barrett's on the court, I said RJ Barrett doesn't make mistakes, right? But RJ Barrett, within his role, attacking the basket, slashing. Even scouts have said that his shot, even though he's only 1 for 9 from perimeter, but even his mid-range shot has looked better. He looks a lot balanced. But he's chucking. Even though he's attacking in the spots that where he's supposed to be. Hey, I'm coming from the wing. I'm attacking, driving to the basket. Baseline, be my guy, go to the basket. I'm deep in the post, catching it. RJ's not playing out of his game, and yet he's holding back DSJ. How do you hold back DSJ if this is DSJ's intellect? They're playing the zone in the second quarter. He calls for Mitchell Robinson to set the pick, which is astronomically dumb. Now, now Mitchell's guy, the middle guy, because you can't play pure zone in the NBA, right? It's kind of like that. You have to be around your man so you don't get illegal defense, right? Calls Mitch. Mitch brings his man. Mitch splits off, right? No, splits back down, right? Splits back down. Hold up. This is DSJ for you. I don't know how does RJ Barrett inhibit this? Go to second quarter, I think around 10:04 or something like that, right? 10:04, 10:05, right?
Right.
DSJ calls for Mitch in the zone. Backs out, gets a double team. Mitch cuts to the basket. If DJ throws a looping pass to Mitch, who's great at just catching it up high anyway and dunking it, that's an easy score. DSJ could have made it. Please, guys, go back and tell me, how does RJ Barrett hold back DSJ in that play? That's the plays I'm talking about. I'm not talking about usage. I'm talking about in that play when DSJ has it. He can't split the defense. He can't make proper point guard plays. Where does RJ Barrett stop him in that?
All right, now let me hold up. One real quick. Let me explain ball hog because I see a lot of people misconstruing. Now, at DSJ as the point guard usually have the rock like maybe 15 seconds of the shot clock, or maybe less, whatever. So say DSJ had it for 10 seconds last year. This year it's like 5 seconds because RJ has the other 5 that DCJ used to have. That's what I mean by ball hog. RJ has the ball more now than he did last year. So DSJ has it less. So it's going to be less opportunity for him.
Out of all point guards, DSJ had the second highest at 17 minutes, and he exhibited nothing. RJ, and the funniest thing, you guys contradict your points constantly. You just complain about this team not having point guards, and now you're getting mad that RJ Barrett in the first 2 games of a preseason he has the highest usage, right? And he has higher usage for a guy that outside when he gets to that pick and roll, he's been effective so far, at least in the second game. So what is it? We don't have point guards, right? So if you don't have point guards, you want somebody else to step up, right? Randle, that you just complained about. And now when it's RJ, but if it's RJ doing it, there's a problem. Even though RJ looked great in that second game, right? But then on the flip side, you want DSJ to have more looks. But DSJ is the reason why you just said that we don't have point guard. So what's the point? This is what I'm saying. I kill these guys constantly. If you pick a better player, and the funny thing about it, Chuck had to lower, and he lowered his projections when I wasn't here because he didn't want to admit defeat. He took the defeat.
I just told you what I lowered him to. Because
RJ Barrett had. So why don't you wait, hold up? This is easy. Why don't you? If it's RJ taking the ball, you know who has usage rate right below RJ? That's Randle. Why don't you blame Randle for taking DSJ's opportandles?
Oh, you know why? Hold up. Because
it's easy, guys.
Wait. Because Randle has it less now too. Because RJ moved ahead of him.
His usage rate is right below RJ's. It's not that far off.
But it flip-flopped.
Okay. Okay. So DJ, you love so much. Then in more games, because they only played 2 preseason games, right? Then that means that Julius Randle was holding back DSJ last year. If Julius Randle had the highest usage rate last year, he was holding back DSJ's progress last year. Why didn't you talk about that?
Yes.
This toxic guys. Yes. Why are we getting God to play against little kids? This is too
correct. What are you talking about? Correct. Yes. Randle did hold him back. Now RJ's doing it.
Okay. And DSJ's not calling for the ball. DSJ is supposed to be a point guard. He's not calling for the ball. He's not saying, "Hey, Randle, it's my." And you know DSJ's a fiery dude. When he played, he was about to fight Ben Simmons that one game, right? He's a fiery dude.
His role. It's not his team.
Oh, now it's not. This is what I'm saying.
Last year was
funny. It's so funny the excuses they make, and they
just. Hey, Raphael, you want to get something? Hey, Raphael, you want to get something?
Let them. I'm ready to go.
Hey, come on, man, let my man get some. Come on and get some, because I know you itching to get in.
I'm killing everybody. Let's go, man.
No, I join in. I just want to make sure I'm listening. I'm listening to everything in, because I feel like Chuck was about to say something, and I wanted to listen to all that he was going to make. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, so I want to jump in. I want to jump in right here too, man. I want to say this whole thing about DSJ is some type of weird, bizarro, false narrative about DSJ. Like my man legit just came back and he looks much improved. But the blood is in the water, and the shots are certain. I mean, DSJ legit looks better, and nobody who's seen a Knicks preseason game can say that DSJ does not look better than he did last year. But the Sharks, the Sharks are going to say, well, he doesn't look that good on. They're going to nitpick because they love Frank Ntilikina, a 6'4" Tree Rollins. And listen, there's nothing wrong with a 6'4" Tree Rollins if that's what you like. You know what I'm saying? If that's your flavor, you know what I'm saying, rock with it. But what I'm saying is a guy with that ability, once we stop facing these zones, nobody in the NBA can stay in front of an athlete like that. We can say what we want to say.
That's a lie. That is a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. That DSJ can.
How was that a lie?
Because these past 2 preseason games, he's been calling for the pick and roll all the time. He's calling for the pick and roll.
I think Coach told him to run the play. I think the coach was trying to get him to run a play, because I saw Mitch legit go to the free throw line, turn his back to the rim, look at DSJ the whole time, waited for my man, and then he took off and set the screen. I mean, and listen, I'm not saying Mitch is a smart basketball player. I think Mitch's offensive IQ is the worst I've probably seen in like 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Because how do you cut to the basket and not look at the basket or the potential passer? You just like looking at the popcorn section. He cut through the lane looking for the bathrooms. I mean, come on, though. You got to make yourself available for a pass from your point guard. And that's not Dennis Smith Jr.'s fault. When you can't just only look for the lobs, Mitch. You know what I'm saying? I mean, teams legit go to that 2-3 zone to stop you from catching lobs. You know what I'm saying? We can't blame that on DSJ. DSJ gets too much blame, man. I mean, he gets too much blame. Like the 2 passes he threw to Kevin Knox, and Kevin Knox, the shot was so pretty. You know what I'm saying? The Kevin Knox shot is so pretty. but it won't go in. DSJ passing the ball twice. He put up 2 beautiful looking 3-pointers. Unfortunately, you don't get points on looks. You know what I'm saying? You get points on makes. You know what I'm saying?
So
if those two
go ahead, Freezy. My bad.
I didn't say RJ was holding back the Knicks. I said RJ usage was taken from DSJ usage. That's all.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
I just want to say that one reason why I want my biggest peeve with Frank, right? Just want to keep this, and I said this with when Mark was here and Bun was here, and I always say this a lot. I want Frank to shoot it. I want the scoring to go up with Frank. That's the biggest thing. So I don't really care if Randle's running the point. You guys have an issue with Randle running the point. You guys have an issue with, no, I don't. I want the best player. If RJ's the best player with the ball, I want him to have the ball. If Julius Randle's the best player with the ball, I want him to pass it and to shoot it and to do the spin move and do what he does because I trust his offensive skills. So I trust Randle and I'm starting to trust Alec Burks. So everything that comes with Randle, I take it. RJ Barrett, same thing goes with him. Alec Burks is becoming a good third scoring option. So all I need from Frank is to either shoot the ball. If you're gonna shoot it, cool. Then if you want to shoot and play defense, then I'm cool with it. If you're not gonna shoot the ball and you just want to just stick around and just and hide, then go hide. Or go to the bench.
Go hide
in the corner or go to the bench because I need if Frank is gonna ready to attack, then I feel like Julius Randle should give him the ball. I feel like right now the way the league is trending is eventually a lot of power forwards are either going to be a stretch 4 and more are going to grow to be a playmaking 4. And Julius Randle, I feel like with Kenny Payne and with Tibbs, and yes, I do believe Julius Randle could be a better playmaker and will the more time you give him will be become a better playmaker. People are not stuck in their ways. I said this before and I'll say it again. I said this when one time when I was having a conversation with me, Freezy, and Rick. You don't develop in the off season. You develop all year around. Every game you can always get better. Every season it's not an off season thing like I'll develop my game in the off season. No. It doesn't work like that. It's all season. So I like that.
I don't know. I develop.
Fine. You disagree. So fine. Y'all disagree. That's fine with me. I disagree.
I like that. I like to put chains around my neck and get on the bench press around October and bench and butt. And then when the summertime come, they're like, that's a huge dude. Would be swole. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like to rip up during the summertime. And get heavy in the winter time. I mean, but that's my preference, though.
I want Julius Randle to be getting those 5 assists. I don't care if it comes with 5 turnovers. Continue to get the penalty and fouls. I believe in all of that. Just like the same thing with Killian Hayes, he had 7 turnovers, and he's still unattacking. I don't believe in quitting on attacking because of turnovers. Those are we are not the 90s, bro. You guys are a lot of y'all philosophy. I can listen to it. It's all the 90s. That doesn't work no more. You guys, that philosophy wouldn't survive in today's game. So the turnovers is not a problem. Is not a problem in this league. Turnovers come part of playmaking. I want Julius Randle to playmake.
Hold on. Your point makes absolutely no sense when literally every advanced analytic that comes to how effective you are takes into account turnovers. Like you just ranted about absolutely.
Playmake.
Won't make an impact when literally.
I'm usually with Raphael on everything, but this time I think I might side with Legion.
That's fine.
I think I'm with Legion.
I expect it.
Because, no disrespect, Raphael.
No, that's fine because turnovers is look. Guillermo tried to make the argument. Oh, we're losing games because of turnovers. No, don't. Whoa. You tried. Julius Randle made 5 turnovers. That's why we lost. Julius Randle had 5 turnovers. That's why we lost.
Yeah, I don't remember saying that.
I said the turnovers, right, are holding back the team because it is not complementary style of play. Let me sit here and say it again. I'm not blaming Julius Randle as a sole or even the biggest reason as to why the Knicks suck. But he is one of the reasons. You know what the funniest thing? You talk about everybody else's bias. Your bias literally turns everything that you hear in your head into fans this, hate this, hate this. Because I'm literally telling you right now, I'm not saying Julius Randle is the only reason why the Knicks suck. Like Chuck and Freezy said, I agree with them. One of the reasons why we suck is if we do not have proper point guard play. And that also holds back Julius Randle, since you want to cape for him all the time. So I'm giving him an excuse. I'm not saying he's a reason why we're losing or winning 20-something games. So stop with that, bro. You keep doing that. I'm not sitting here blaming Julius Randle as the sole reason why we suck. There's nuance to everything I say, bro, and I can back it up. You guys saying that stuff with Sin. Maybe Sin was saying that with Frank. I know for a fact I ain't caping for Frank. And it's funny. When I give Frank credit, I'm a Franker. When I get on Frank about his lack of aggression or whatever, I hate on Frank. You guys do that. It's like you guys don't want to listen to people's arguments. Just say, oh, he doesn't like him. It's hate. And I know some of you guys are playing around, but I don't sit here and hate on anybody. I want all these guys to do well. I would like if Julius Randle could give me a touch of what Jokic does. I'm signing him up tomorrow. If he became a good facilitator like that and his game was complementary to the players, I would easily see his points go up to 20, 23 points a game, probably more assists, probably same around the rebounds. He's always been a good rebounder. That's just not his game, man. Let's stop doing that.
I disagree. No, he has to continue to do what he's doing. Keep going for assists and go with the turnovers. It's part of it comes with the territory. It comes with the territory.
No, turnover. No. If you're a point guard, right? If you're an aggressive point guard, you have a little bit of leeway to have those turnovers. If your driving game is if a part of your game is not effective and you're generating turnovers, that turnover is an indicator or helps indicate that part of your game is not effective. Change it. That's like me having a gangrene leg and saying, well, I still have a leg. No, it's gangrene. Cut it off.
No. For me, I disagree. You made a good point, but I was going to disagree. I still think Randle needs to continue to do what he's doing. And eventually, he's been averaging 3 assists for the season for like 3 or 4 seasons. He needs to continue to pass the ball and throw extra passes. Don't regardless of the turnovers.
He had one turnover.
Hold on a second. Hey, let me welcome my man. Hey, my man, what's good?
What's up, Uncle Freezy? How you been? How you been, Uncle Freezy?
Hey, man. Hey, I'm tired as hell. I'm running on fumes, but I'm not gonna let Legion of Knicks win. I'm not gonna let.
I'm normally the dog barking at him. But I gotta say I agree with him 100% on this one. I agree with.
Hey, get your ass out of
100%. Y'all, I think y'all missing the point he's trying to say. Y'all missing the point what he's trying to say and mix X's and O's and everything into it as well.
You agree with Guillermo or me? What's he saying?
No, with Guillermo, 100%.
Okay.
Because what he's trying to say is Randle's not a complimentary player. Like let's say like the Sixers, for example, Ben Simmons and Embiid. They don't complement each other, right? Their styles don't fit together, but they win. They produce wins. Randle, on the other hand, he doesn't produce any wins for us. He doesn't.
Nobody in the roster produces any wins either.
Right, but Randle's our best player. He should produce some type of wins for us.
RJ, and Burks are trying to produce wins. That's about it.
Okay, so look, the year before Randle came, how many games did we win? The year before Randle came, how many games did we win?
You putting it all on him. That's not fair.
No, I'm not. What I'm trying to say is that
hey, hold on for a second. Let my man say his point, man. I mean, we've been legit at this since 8:45. My man just jumped in a few seconds, man. Just let him say his point. You know,
so go ahead. Well, my point is that okay, let's look at other teams, for example. Let's not look at the Knicks, for example. Let's just take a step back and not look at the Knicks and just look at the argument at hand. Let's look at a different team. Let's look at the Clippers. The Clippers last season, they added Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, right? Am I right? Okay. They only made it to the second round. They did that the year before that. That means those guys aren't complementary players to each other. They don't work together. They don't fit together. Randle doesn't fit with a rebuild because he's a player that's maybe a third best player on a good team. You know what I mean? So he doesn't fit well with the rebuild, trying to be the third best player that when he was on the Pelicans, he was probably like the third best player and he flourished. But putting him on the Knicks and trying to be the best player on the team, he doesn't add wins. He doesn't add wins to the Knicks at all. He doesn't. We could replace Julius Randle, his 19 or whatever, 20 points and 10 with John Collins. John Collins does the same thing Julius Randle does, but he's more of a complementary player because he scores his 20 points without having the ball in his hands all the time. That's what Guillermo is trying to say.
More efficient, he can space the floor too.
Let me ask you this. That's a great point. Let me do this though. Let me ask you this. So you just compared Julius Randle to John Collins and how that 20 and 10 it comes about, right? So what's the difference between Julius Randle and John Collins? So why are we so hard on
John Collins can shoot.
John Collins, one thing he can shoot, and his 20 points comes within the flow of the game.
Yes, agree.
Because he has Trae Young. Because he has Trae Young.
No, it doesn't have nothing to do with Trae Young, though.
Come on,
I understand that.
I just said you. I just put the beer trap out there, and you danced into it. Come on, right. I just put the easy little bear trap out there for you, and you fell backwards into it. If Julius Randle played with Trae Young, of course Julius Randle would look more efficient.
Hold on. When Julius Randle was on the Lakers, did he have a good point guard? Hold on. When Julius Randle was on the Lakers, did he have a good point guard? When Julius Randle was on the Lakers, did he have a good point guard?
He had Lonzo Ball.
Okay. All right. Is Lonzo Ball a top point guard in the league?
He had D'Angelo Russell.
Hold on. He had Lonzo, right?
He played with D'Angelo Russell in the ball.
Okay.
And they had Jordan Clarkson.
Right.
Neither are top 5 point guards in a game, or not even top 10. So stop it.
Okay. Now, when he was on the Pelicans, who was the point guard?
Okay.
Is he the point guard now on the Knicks? What are you talking about? What I don't get it. Like, he's
Drew Holiday got a top 10 point guard in the league.
Drew Holiday was with the Pelicans.
No, but Alfred Payton was the point guard. What are you guys talking about?
But Drew Holiday, you had Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday plays shooting guard. Drew Holiday is a shooting guard.
He commands attention.
Drew Holiday is not a top point guard in the game, man. Stop.
And he's a shooting guard at that. He plays shooting guard.
Point, man. Stop, bro. Stop it. Y'all look at the team devoid of talent, which I agree with. We suck talent-wise, right? No. But y'all make all these caveats within the flow. Even forget Trae Young. Trae Young, right? If you had Ramon Sessions on that Hawks team, right? A guy who just played a pick and roll with John Collins and kick it out to him. And Ramon Sessions at one point was a good pick and roll play, just couldn't shoot, right? You get it out to John Collins again. He's getting his points within the flow of the offense. So yes, there will be games when Julius Randle does make a spectacular play or can get you 3 assists. But along with that style of play will be. And the funniest thing is that God just said he got 3 assists. He also got what, 5 turnovers that game that you just mentioned.
He's a 3 assist career. He's a career 3 assist.
Okay.
Power forward,
right?
With 3 turnovers.
Turnovers are terrible.
That's not a good assist turnover ratio, sir.
But also, I want to mention Danilo Gallinari is getting 20 mil. He's a stretch 4. And he also flourished with CP3. Davis Bertans, 15 or 17 mil, and he flourished under who? Bradley Beal. This is what I'm thinking. Like once they had a great
Julius Randle and
you give Julius Randle a guard like that can disrupt. That knows what they're doing.
You said Drew Holiday was one, and he does the same thing he does on the Knicks. He averages the same thing he does on the Knicks.
Well, worse shot selection.
Right. So doesn't. He's not producing any wins. He doesn't produce any better play. He doesn't like Chris Paul. Chris Paul took the Thunder, who shouldn't have made the playoffs at all. He took them to the playoffs. They went to the playoffs.
You know what the sad part is? You know what the sad part is?
Vucevic.
Wait, hold on a second.
The Magic to the playoffs. They shouldn't be a playoff team.
But Devon, they literally had $18 million player in Danilo Gallinari, and they had a $40 million player in CP3.
Oh man, Chuck.
Julius Randle didn't have any of that.
Gallinari is not a needle mover. He doesn't move the needle that much.
He's getting paid more than he's getting paid more than Randle. He's getting paid more than Randle.
Hold on, and Gallinari is better than Randle in a complementary role in fitting together on a team.
You're looking at market. Okay. When Gallo and Randle were signed, they were signed at two different times. And the Knicks were trying to get any talent because they failed with their plan A, and they're going to overpay. The Hawks are signing Gallo because they think that, hey, if we got Gallo, Bogdan, Rondo, and whoever else they got, that we could possibly sneak into the playoffs. Again, you can't compare what the Hawks pay, and especially in 2 different years. You're mixing apples and oranges, bro.
Hold on. Also, how do I make that? Let me think about what I'm going to say, and then I'll say it.
Look, here's the thing with the Knicks, right? Right where we're at right now. Who's our best playmaker on the team?
Peyton.
Barrett.
Peyton.
You think is it our best playmaker that makes plays for himself and makes plays for others?
Peyton.
Barrett? Oh, I think it's Barrett.
You think it's Barrett?
Yeah.
You don't think Julius is a little bit better than Barrett right now?
No,
he's not.
No? Okay.
No
problem. I'm just saying.
Are you saying like right now? Like, hold on. My bad.
I'm just saying. Hold on a second. Just give me a second. I'm just saying that because what's his name? Randle has the ball in the half court a lot. He sets up the offense a lot for some apparent reason, which I don't understand why. And as you see, he's taken 17, 18 shots so far in these 2 preseason games?
No, 10 or 11.
No, he took more than that.
No, come on, RJ.
Take a look.
RJ, right?
RJ talking about Randle.
RJ.
You talking about Randle? You talking about Randle or RJ?
I'm talking about Julius Randle.
Randle's taking 10 or 11.
Yeah, 10 and 11.
Take a look. Take a look at the Yahoo Sports.
Okay. My point being is that he has the ball in his hands a lot, and unfortunately, right now in a half-court offense, he's one of our better playmakers, and that's trouble. That's my point.
Well, RJ have the ball more than him, and our best playmaker is Peyton.
Is Peyton?
Yeah, easily. It's not even close.
Peyton's look like a disaster.
I would give Peyton that.
If you go by,
I would give Peyton that, but he doesn't score. So it's kind of like his playmaking is kind of like.
That's
we're in trouble.
That's like saying that about Rondo.
Hey, yo, let me do this real quick.
Rondo can score though.
Hold on. Let me do this
Rondo
real
will
quick.
put the ball on the.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Hey, hold on. Let me do this real quick. Hey, so if y'all like the live, if you like the live stream, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? So that we can grow the conversation. Y'all see how Devon just jumped on and came for Uncle Freezy throat just off GP. We like that. We want Knicks fans to come on here and vent and have they say. You know what I'm saying? Like the live stream. Be sure to share it on your social medias. Make sure y'all comment in the comment section and turn on the notification bell, because we are looking for cats just like Day A and Devon to come on to do their thing, and they are looking for us. So by subscribing to the channel, smashing that like button and commenting, basically shows us having a lot of activity. The YouTube algorithm will love that. You know what I'm saying? And they'll put us in more places so that we can have a more robust conversation. Man, I'm tired as hell. But my man Day want to come on here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Day, what you got for us?
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. I just want to say something real quick. I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the season.
Hey, got him over the line. I just legit said, Day, what you got for us?
Well, I would like to say thank you for bringing me on. Peace to the chat.
Yeah. Let my man eat some.
I didn't hear that. Sorry.
And what I was gonna say was that I haven't really followed the conversation. I just got in, so I don't really know exactly what you guys were on. But just to put things in a nutshell, I think we're in trouble in our point guard positions. We have a hard time setting up the offense in a half court, and that's why Julius is doing still all his nonsense and foolishness in the half court. Defensively, we look a hell of a lot better. I mean, it's night and day defensively of what we're bringing to the table. We're actually putting a lot of ball pressure. Okay, the dribble handoff, at least against the Detroit Pistons, that dribble handoff defense looked fantastic. And the way the bigs came out and hedged, and that's night and day. So that was a good, encouraging sign for me as far as the 2 preseason games defensively, but offensively, we're a big, giant, chaotic mess right now.
We are.
That's it, Freezy. That's my question.
Mo, Mo, what you got? Mo, I know you ain't just get on the chat just to sit there, Mo. I know you got something.
Nah, I mean, like, I'm just watching y'all talking, and it's like, it's early, man. Y'all fighting. It's really early. It's only been 2 preseason games. We gotta just chill out. Like, It's been months since these guys have played basketball. Like, yeah, Dennis Smith Jr. is a piece of, like, for me, I don't really like him. Kevin Knox ain't really good. Frank ain't really good. But this year isn't about, like, arguing whether, Julius Randle, is going to be the savior. No, these guys are not going to be on the team in a year and a half. These guys, none of these guys are going to be on the team. So we just gotta chill out. Maybe one of them will prove that they are worthy of being on our good team, but I think for now we gotta chill out. We gotta, tone back the like we're gonna have heart attacks if we go crazy. This is second preseason game, so that's all I'm saying. That's what I came on.
But Dolly is right. He said Uncle Freezy loves the mayhem, and you know what? I think he may be right.
That's why I came in. I had to join in on the mayhem, but I'm saying we gotta tone it down. We gotta, pace is a marathon, like that's
Mo. Let me say something to what you said real quick. Let me say something what you said real quick. I looked at the Toronto Raptors last night or the night before, and they have players off that bench, deep in the bench, that look great, that will get very good minutes on our team. I looked at what's the other? You got the THT kid from LA, 20, looking great. There's players out there that look great, and I think we're just devoid of talent right now, and that's why we're a little impatient. We've seen it for years. We're a little impatient, and we're just like, hey,
the thing is, we like Kevin. Knox is not no, I completely agree that there are guys on the team like Kevin Knox that shouldn't be there. Dennis Smith Jr. shouldn't be there.
Great,
but we need to continue to give them a chance to prove that they can develop. This is the first time we've ever had a real development staff. So
but they're also responsible for themselves, though, Mo.
Chuck is hurt by that, man.
No. They are professionals, but at the same time, you're on a professional team that has a development staff. It's easier. OKC, when you look at Hamidou Diallo,
hey, Mo,
they got to organizations like that know how to develop guys. We don't have an organization like that. So when we're really yeah, exactly. So when we're breaking down, Devon, you got something to say? Go ahead.
My bad. I didn't want to cut you off. I understand that, maybe this is the first time we had a development type of situation, but this is their job. They have to do this on their own. Does somebody wake you up in the morning and tell you to go to work and get better? No, you do that on your own.
Oh, but you need guidance.
No,
they need guidance.
You're grown. You're grown men.
Not guaranteed in the NBA. It is. You are.
Right.
If you
guidance isn't guaranteed in the world.
Career, you are fortunate to get a good coach and to get a coach. The Knicks are so fortunate to have this coaching staff. There are guys in the NBA that have been killing it who have yet to have a good coach or good coaching staff around them. A lot of these guys that get these jobs in the NBA, they just their names or whatever. So again, I agree with Devon. It is not up to you as a basketball player. You cannot expect development or coddling or you can't expect that. The most you can expect is that one day you're not going to be as good as you were before, and there's probably going to be competition somewhere, right?
All right. Well, what I say to that,
a lot of things that DJ Frank, Mitch Rob, all these younger guys have been doing, they're things that they could have developed without good coaching that they weren't working on. Yes, Mo, in that second game, how many times you saw Mitchell Robinson not pull up? Yeah, 3 opportunities to shoot a 3. He didn't pull up. This is what Thibodeau's talking about with professionalism, right? Professionalism is knowing, all right, what should I work on that I know I'm going to mostly be around? There's flaws in my game, right, that I can work on, right? Having 22 minutes a night, there's something I can work on other than shooting threes because I know that more likely than not, I'm not going to be just shooting threes. Footwork, any offensive moves down low, right? And Mitchell Robinson has not been well. It seems like he may have not been working on those things, right? Because those things aren't fully fleshed out. Forget this year, but this year, and even his rookie year, right? Again, you got to work on things by yourself. You could be a team that has a bunch. Julius Randle, for example, everybody saw these guys putting up numbers. You could put up numbers on a bad team. We could have seen growth with these guys. You know what I mean? But we're literally losing, and our young guys that we drafted or we brought on, they're not really developed. They're still at baby level.
Case in point, Frank Ntilikina. Frank Ntilikina is a guy that I love. Like I loved Frank Ntilikina. Like as soon as he came in, long point guard playing defense. But it's been 4 years. Pause. It's been 4 years. Like 4 whole years. This guy does not look like he's developed at all because we don't have a staff. We have never had a staff. So like a guy like Frank Ntilikina, you're telling me that he's not professional?
Two things have to go together.
Frank is a true professional, but he has never had a staff to guide him. You need guidance.
Right. But what we're saying is the staff can only bring so much out of you. The extra staff can only bring so much out of you.
And it's a privilege.
It's all within yourself. If you don't got it, you don't got it. Period. It's nothing the staff can do for you. It's nothing.
But what about?
Why did Buddy?
What about the idea of FIBA Frank? The idea of FIBA Frank came out when we have FIBA Frank out here.
Right.
It was because of France's staff was able to guide him.
That's a different system, bro.
Frank was playing
the system as well.
Frank is also playing
he was playing where he was most comfortable at.
Yeah, you can't guarantee that you're ever going to be on a team where you're going to automatically be playing with all your countrymen and be in a comfortable position. Right. You're actually making it worse.
I remember seeing Ricky Rubio. I remember seeing Ricky Rubio in the Olympics and thinking he was going to be
making a young guy comfortable. Like development is about making an environment for someone who's young, who's 19 years old, coming into the league to be, comfortable.
No. If you're bringing a whole bunch of
one at a time, y'all, because we can barely understand what they.
No, go ahead.
Development is not necessarily about making someplace come. It's about developing somebody's skills, right? So and making them fit, or team development, right, is making them effective within whichever system you're running, right? You can have a team that has development, but you got a lot of competition around you. That's not a comfortable environment. It's only going to be comfortable when you are the head hog in charge or head kahuna, whatever you're going to call it, and you beat everybody else. But that comes from you. That's not going to come from Tom Thibodeau's not going to say. That's what I'm talking about. Austin Rivers. Tom Thibodeau's not going to look at DSJ and say, "Well, DSJ, you've been having some pretty bad preseason." I'm just saying in theory, you had some pretty bad preseason. But you know what? We're going to start you over Austin Rivers, right? Who's probably put a better production than you, has been better than you in the past few years, right? I'm not saying that DSJ didn't have a good fresh rookie season because I know Chuck is going to kill me on that, right? But that's on DSJ to step it up. That's on DSJ to kill it. That's not on Tom Thibodeau and anybody else. You got to bring that out yourself.
I just think the fact that our assistant coaching, like our staff has like literally tripled, like more than any amount that we've ever had. That's gonna make you more comfortable to go into the gym and be like, hey, Johnny Bryant, like teach me how to make that move happen. Like, hey, Kenny Payne, how am I gonna make this drop step happen? Like, I feel like it's important to have more.
That's not how it works.
Teach.
Thank you.
Like teaching is
that's not how it works, my guy.
You can't just turn into an all-star by yourself. You like some guys.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
No. It takes trouble. Not everybody's LeBron James. Like that's just not, like Brandon.
No,
that's what I'm saying. What are you talking about?
Here's the thing. Wait. Hold on a second, Legion. Hold on. Look, listen. You have to come into camp, for example, right? With your skill set polished for the coaching staffs to be able to raise your bar within the offense, right? Within their philosophy, within their identity. That's their job. Their job is not to say, hey, Frank, make sure you go out and work on your moves today, okay?
Right.
Oh, hey, Knox, work on your feet work because you look like you're falling every time you drive into the basket. That's not their job, bro.
Obviously, no. Like when you a baller, you gotta take, pride in your craft. You have to be able to yeah, I'm gonna work on this. You love the game, you're gonna work on it, but you need guidance. You can't say that you don't need guidance whatsoever. This doesn't make any sense.
Hold up. You talking about a bunch of, and granted, they're kids. They're getting paid millions of dollars to play a sport. RJ Barrett, after he hurt his ankle last year, hired his own shooting coach. That didn't come from the coaching staff. He knew that Fizdale or Mike Miller at the time, whoever it was not the right coach. He you to develop your individual skills. Now, how they implement you in the system, like Day A said, okay, oh damn, RJ Barrett improved his shooting from the perimeter from 32% to 37%. Oh, now we can use him in this role in the offense. We can use him at this position, right? But if he doesn't do that, then it's like, well, I can't use him because RJ Barrett shoots only 32% from the three. That doesn't come. That's why do you think Tibbs in his last interview said when they're talking about RJ Barrett shooting, he was putting on like, well, yeah, RJ Barrett's talked about really work. He didn't talk about, oh, I did this and that for him. He said, yeah, we know that, he's been kind of working on that in the summer and all that stuff. So, but he can do other stuff, blah, blah, blah. He wasn't sitting there saying like, yeah, we have this regiment to get RJ Barrett to do such and such and such. No, most coaching staff in the NBA legit don't do anything.
Let's show a perfect example. Tyler Hero in his first preseason game looked the same as he did in the finals.
Yeah. He still had that killer mentality.
That's just a fact.
This is the most unique offseason ever. He had 2 months off. Like
no. I'm talking about last season. He came in his first preseason game. He looked the same as he did in the finals.
Dave, let me kill Dave. I'll kill him right now.
Okay, go ahead, G.
He looked the same as he did in the finals. We need statistics
I'll
to back
kill
that.
you right now.
It's not about statistics. It's about looks.
Oh, it's not about statistics.
No,
I'll kill you right now. I'll kill you right now with this. Do you think Brad Stevens is one of the best coaches in the NBA?
That's what they say.
No. Just you don't have to. Do you think top 10 coaches in the NBA?
I would say.
Do you think that he's done a good development job with the players around him?
Yeah, for sure.
Why? So when you look at a guy like Jaylen Brown, Brad Stevens said that Jaylen Brown worked on his game by himself. It wasn't him, right?
Like, I completely agree. You need to work on your game by yourself. That's
not
what I'm saying.
Jaylen Brown was a guy who came from town who was
like you have to have like a personal drive, a personal motivation, but at the same time, you need guidance. That's all I'm saying. And that's what
you already established.
We need to practice more patience. We need to practice more patience with guys like Kevin Knox.
Who do we need to be? My bad, Mo. Who do we need to be patient with on this team besides Obi Toppin and RJ Barrett and maybe Mitchell Robinson?
Everybody.
Like 5 years now.
Fellas. Hey, so I got to wrap it right here, man. But I love the fact that y'all jumped in the video chat. I need for y'all to come back tomorrow. Y'all gonna be back tomorrow so we can talk about the game?
Yeah.
I'm talking about Mo, Day and Devon.
Yeah,
don't be afraid of this camera.
I had to work like a beast, Freezy. I was on my
I'm gonna come through early. I'm gonna come through early.
Hey, so let me do this, hey, man. So I wanna thank Legion of Knicks podcast for coming on, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. We trying to get him up to like 3,500 subscribers by the end of January. You know what I'm saying? My man put out excellent content.
Freezy, stop that.
I didn't know what was
We're at almost at 1,000 for Freezy. Freezy's trying to do this fake hump. Stop that. We're getting Freezy to. Don't worry about my channel, right? We're getting Freezy to 1,000 by next week.
Man,
Freezy's at what? 834. Freezy was at 181 a few weeks ago. This dude's talking about, can we get to a 400 by the end of the year? Let everybody, all that crap Freezy's talking about, stop it. We're getting Freezy to 1,000 by the very least 31st of December. Let's get it to 1,000 Freezy, man. Stop with this 35K.
But when he's what Legion is not relaying to y'all is we're all a family. So even if we disagree, even if we draw a line in the sand,
love,
you know what I'm saying? We all a family.
Yeah, always love, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's all love. You know what I'm saying? Hey, thanks to Chuck B. Chuck B and myself are working on a podcast, and it's going to be called Knicks Unbiased, right? So we're going to roll that out probably early January, where it's me and Chuck talking about legit Knicks players in a vacuum. So it'll just be me and Chuck and probably Art. So make sure y'all keep your eyes open for that. The Knicks at Night podcast to be on tonight at 11:45. My voice is gone. Y'all subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Make sure y'all show some love to the MBK fam. Hey, y'all three, I need to see y'all back tomorrow.
Yeah,
sure.
I need to see y'all back tomorrow, man. And
you
for the regulars, shout out to my people.
What was that?
I said Freezy saved you. I was coming for you with that Frank mess.
Can't hear you.
I'm gonna be here. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be here. I'm ready.
Chuck, I can't let you kill him, Dave. I can't let you kill him day one. You're the executioner.
But
Your blade too strong.
Everybody,
chat. Virtual chat to my mind. I got the best mind in the game.
You get my message?
It's fire. And we'll have a call later.
Who you talking to, G?
You sent me a message?
Yeah, in the messenger on here.
Private.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
All right.
Here's my email. Hold on. Let me see my email.
Hey, shout out to my man Stephen Fox.
Are we still on? Oh, I thought we cut off. My bad.
Hey, I thought we cut off too.
Nah, I'm trying to cut it off. But the Frankers won't let me go for some reason. What's going on?
This guy, man.
Mo, you in trouble tomorrow, Mo. You in trouble tomorrow.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yo,